Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Natural Pengu. I read from a Royal Oik that his socks are on and he's ready to party. I hear you. I have my socks on as well, and I shall party also. With us today is our lovely cast. Let's just see what's happening around the table. Kim, how are you today?
Very well.
Brilliant.
I am super excited. I just want to know what's going to happen.
Me too. All right, Valentine, what's happening?
We're having a giveaway today, and there's some minor technical issues currently being sorted out. So that's what I was just dedicating my attention to. But I'm so ready to continue this, and I am so ready to make my dear comrades around the table worry about what happened when they exited the room.
We did exit the room.
It's nothing to worry about, though. Perfectly nothing special about it.
Oh, the mystery.
You're not very convincing at all.
No.
Everyone's a critic. How are you doing?
I was doing very well, but now I'm like, Valentine got my focus on what the hell I don't know. So, a bit mixed feelings, but yeah, excited.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. I hope we can mix those feelings a little bit more during this session. Frederica, what's happening?
Good morning, or well, good afternoon.
I think we just passed from morning to afternoon, so let's celebrate that a little bit. Thank you for pointing that out.
I'll just say it at that. I'm very excited, and also, he's sus. I am very excited to find out what's happening behind the scenes here. If we'll get to know today. I
Yeah,
don't
do you
even
really
know.
think we'll get to know
I'm
today?
not sure,
I'm like, no, that will take time.
yeah.
Who says you will ever get to know?
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
true. We might never know.
Excuse me, but I cannot wait another day to check the recording. I did not do so
Bjorn is a
last
very
night.
sensitive man.
I think
He's
I will,
close
right?
like a clam.
Yeah,
We'll
how
only
are
open
we
for the
on
right
that? Are we
person.
allowed to watch the
And we're best
recording
friends, so
afterwards,
I
or
think
should we just
You're
not
not
do
ready.
it?
We can discuss the rules. Okay, moving swiftly onwards from the pandemonium around the table to the one and only Fab.
Well, hello, Marco.
How are you doing today?
Man, words can't describe Marco. I can tell you that. But the energy is definitely
Oh, we vibing.
explosive right now. The stars have aligned. The universe is speaking, and we're just buzzing. That's why I have my fat feather with me. This is So it's one of those
Is it
days.
like a lucky feather, or?
It was a feather that spoke to me as I walked here to let me know that Al was going to get busy today. But I was walking and I had these thoughts going through my mind, and then it was like the feather was like the universe responding to my thoughts. So I went and picked it up and I did like a little rub on my face. Probably shouldn't do it. Maybe not. No, I'm one with the universe.
Did it rub off? And what
Half
did
of my
rub
face, as
off?
you can see, the hair is missing. So, but yeah, so we're one with everything. I'm one with my
Worth it.
group.
Yeah, we're gonna have the hand sanitizer today.
We're like, okay, fam, we're gonna step away. Yeah, just saying.
Can we do a group hug on this side of the table?
Yeah, I mean,
Keep your
yeah.
hands where I can see them, dude.
At all times, keep your feathers to
You've
yourself.
been snacking out of the same bowl.
Oh, no.
And you just
Sure
have that.
have. We sure have. But I did wash my hands.
I
when
never
we came
offer
here,
my
though.
snack to anyone.
Okay. Thank you.
One of the reasons.
Thank you for sharing your
Never
thoughts
offer snacks.
and your status today.
Don't share.
A little bit more about that giveaway that we mentioned. Today's giveaway is about a hero avatar that we can create to the lucky winner via scanning this person's face through a phone. In this case, somehow the person would need to have access to an iPhone 10 or newer that has a true depth camera. If you don't have it yourself, then talk to your friends, your neighbors, strangers on the streets. I'm sure someone will have that kind of a phone, and then we can use that to scan your face, and then we can create this beautiful hero avatar for you. A little bit of a taste on how it will look like. See if you can spot some of the cast members in this video. Matthias, can you roll the tape? And back to me. So, if you win the giveaway, we will get in touch with you and give you all the details on how to do this. And I mean, who wouldn't want to be Peng? Seriously. So, yes. Another shout out to our legendary, talented, amazing moderator, NoctuaMik. She's working hard again at the chat, helping everyone out. Go check her Twitch channel out. Thank you again, NoctuaMik, for helping us out today. Really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, Valentin, what's happening in the community today?
That's a very good question. I think that one exciting thing is that the Discord is now updated with summaries of each episode. So if you don't have time to watch the full things on the VODs on Twitch or YouTube, or if you get in the middle of an episode right now and you're like, what happened? Then you can just go to the Discord and briefly read through the summary and you'll be all set and ready. So that's pretty exciting.
That's very exciting.
I am slowly working on a give experience code and command to allow the viewers to give experience points to the characters.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yes. So if you find that we do something extra well, you're gonna have to pay your channel points for it, but then you will be able to give us some experience.
That's cool.
Yeah. Right.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. That is magical. Since this particular DM is kind of stingy with experience points, so
Yeah, we'll see if they count over towards the game, but maybe we can get something for them.
milestones, people, milestones. But yep, let's have some experience points here as well in the mix. Super great. I can mention a little bit about the schedule. Next week we have something exciting planned on Wednesday the 9th. We're planning on launching our Starfinder campaign. So if you want to know what time and whatnot, check an updated schedule that is coming to Twitch during the next couple of days.
And there's going to be an announcement on Discord and Twitter as well.
Yes. And on the 14th and 15th, the Frisvieg campaign will be back again. So we'll take a little bit of a break to regroup next week. And then on the 14th, Monday, and 15th, Tuesday, we'll be back in action. That is, if we survive the shenanigans of today. Right. Is there anything else that we need to talk about before we launch into today's adventure?
I don't know. Did you touch my snacks?
All of my feathers, edges.
I love how I saw you sneaky put it over here.
Okay.
I'm ready, Marco.
All right. So today I'm the one DJing as well. So let's just see. Where do I go?
DM and DJ. Let's go. You there?
Are you feeling it?
Yeah.
Are you feeling it?
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit of a recap of the events so far. A group of strangers met at a fishing hole, what seems like years ago. But actually, that was just this morning. They, through difficulty and strife, made their way eventually to the town of Frisvieg that had been attacked. Once they found themselves in the town of Frisvieg at the Fisher's Market Square, they saw that some of the townsmen had been mysteriously turned into something that they were not. They had lost their identities, their humanity, their empathy, and they were ravaging the streets and the town inhabitants at will. Those who still had their senses intact struggled to contain the outbreak and the devastation, the carnage that the Braug, invading Braug, had left behind. On the southern shoreline of the town of Frisvieg, Freeze distilleries were set ablaze by the Turned, and they started exploding into the morning sky. Our heroes tried their best to thwart the efforts of the Turned and managed to save the mayor's daughter, Sahana, from one of those infernos that engulfed the last freeze distillery that exploded. After the rescue efforts, our group found themselves surrounded by the Obsidian Knights that suddenly appeared on the streets of Frisvieg, led by Herinold, the Illuminated, who then started accusing wrongfully our heroes of crimes that they had not committed. And also of possessing magical abilities that, in fact, some of the members of the group did possess. To prevent a on-the-spot judgment and execution, Auntie L, the Frisvieg judge, jury, and executioner, stopped Herinold on his tracks and took custody of our heroes and escorted them to the tower. Herinold went along with that only after Auntie L agreed that our heroes should be tested at the Culling Festival that takes place at the central town square. After resting for a while at Auntie L's private quarters at the tower, our heroes were escorted less than gently to the town square by the Obsidian Guard, where the testing took place. Most of the members of our group passed the testing easily, but then as Bjorn got his turn and the collar was placed around his neck, the collar jammed shut and Bjorn felt himself doomed. But after a few desperate moments, the collar slipped away from Bjorn's neck and fell with a thud to the wooden planks of the makeshift stage built at the center of the square. In that same moment, an army of warrior monks appeared to the central square, led by the abbess of the monastery, Uma Elene, and she stopped Herinold's terrible mockery of the Culling Festival in its tracks and drove Herinold and his Obsidian Guards away from the square. Abbess Uma Elene had a vision, a prophecy that she shared with some members of the group, and then the group took all the information and the impressions they had received so far and decided to go south towards the Fishers Market and into the ice of the Frisvieg Bay. And this is where we left off. Did I get that right?
Spot on.
Oh,
Spot
thank you,
on.
thank you. Keep it coming, keep it coming.
Exclamation mark, give XP at Dungeon Master.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah, okay. How does a Dungeon Master go up a level?
You just did.
Okay, thank you. Wow, I feel it. All right. So you just walked past Fisher's Market. It has been cleaned up. There are no bodies lying on the Fisher's Market anymore. There are burn marks everywhere. Rod and Auger shop is still ransacked and in ruins. You walk over the Fisher's Market and start approaching the ice of Frisvieg Bay. On your left-hand side, you see the ancients, the breakwater constructed from large stone elven heads that poke halfway above the icy surface of the bay. You look around, you look at each other. What do you want to do?
did you do that? I know you. How did you pass the test?
Because I guess it was all tricks and illusions.
But we've always been told that...
Do we hear them?
I'll make a perception check.
19.
19. So you hear them whispering to each other, and you hear what they're saying, but they don't know that.
Okay.
Do we also hear them?
Well, I'm away from them because I'm standing looking at the breakwater stones, kind of in awe because this is the first time I've seen them. These stones, and they look eerily similar to myself. So I'm kind of away from the crowd as they're
the
talking.
stones look like you?
They do in a weird way, and I don't know how or why that could really be. Maybe I do have a sense, but it's taking my attention away from them for the moment.
So you want to listen as well?
No, I want to check out what he's...
Okay, so you're looking at the stone. We'll get to you in a moment. Back to our intense conversation and the eavesdropper.
Still,
True. I want to trust.
imagine this. Imagine being in the worst pain you've ever been. Then someone gags you, strangles you, and holds you stuck in that pain forever and ever. You want to scream, but you cannot. You want to run, but your legs are paralyzed. That's what it feels like to have that collar on from you. Don't tell them.
Won't, but then you can't use...
I won't use it. You'll have to help me, okay?
Well, yes. Of course I will. Stop staring at me.
The Abyss. How well do you know her?
Thought I knew her. I mean, she was always like a mother to me, but I don't trust her anymore.
Is she true in her faith?
Just as true as I am, I guess.
Listen. For now, we have to let the other believe that the collar was broken.
Mm-hmm. Just promise me you won't... You know what?
I will not. But there is more to this. We will speak more later.
Good.
I smirk a bit to myself because I have been concerned of the collar actually being broken. But hearing that it's not, it makes me feel at peace with that I know that, it's working.
Okay, good. All right, so you are looking at the breakwater and the stony heads that are coming out of the ice. Some of the pointy ears that kind of just appear above the ice surface, some of them have been intentionally broken, and some of them are still intact. The stony heads have been crafted masterfully out of these huge boulders. Again, the lines are very, very sharp, and the carving is something that you haven't really seen before, especially you, Raza, coming from the capital. You have seen such workmanship in the isles that you came from, but not to that level of sophistication. What do you want to do?
You seem like you're deep in thought.
Feel as I look at these stones, I have images. They remind me when I was a child. There are elders. Spoke of. Never such detail. Wonderful detail. Brings back all the stories. child about? This place.
Like what kind of stories?
Stories like this. Being my home. Being my homeland.
Well, this isn't a home of ours.
Once was. Feel. Stones. As if I am home.
I mean, how does anyone feel home, really? I mean, home is just a place. Like where you put your shit.
Might be hard for you. There's history. Stones. See it. You see a bit of me in these stones.
I mean, there's something about the ears.
Something about it. I feel like I want to do something magical right now. Can I do something magical?
Yeah, you don't.
I mean, this is a huge moment for Al right now. Can I? Is it possible for me to go out into the water and do something? Like hug it. I want to hug this stone.
You're standing on the ice. You're getting very close. Yeah, you can go closer and hug it. So the bay has been frozen solid. This breakwater constructed out of these big boulders. It is curious that it is there, since the bay is pretty much frozen all year round. So somehow that has been constructed there to protect a harbor on the other side, on the eastern shoreline of the Frisvieg town's peninsula there. But right now, this breakwater doesn't really serve any purpose because the bay is frozen solid. So you can walk on the ice to get really close to those stone heads if you want to. And
Okay, so I'm going to walk over, and I'm going to, as a keepsake, going to see if I can chip a piece of stone off and put it into my
okay,
pouch.
yeah.
I feel like I need to do this.
Are you using what are you using to?
Let's see. I have Steve, my boomerang. I have my scimitar. I think maybe the butt end of the scimitar would work.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So
Let's go ahead and do that.
yeah,
Should we initiate something? Just
I think you can just do it.
just do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
There it is.
Yes. So you got a little chip
The tip
piece.
of the ear.
Yeah. You put it next to his ear, and it's just very cold. You put it next to your ear. It's very cold. If you close your eyes and you listen, you hear this noise, whether it's the ocean, whether it's the wind, whether it's only your mind, but something speaks to you, and it brings peace. As you see...
What is he doing?
I don't know. It seems a little weird to me, but it has to do with history. I think he feels like home. Something about that.
Well, I never listen to stones when I feel at home.
When I was a child, there was a man. Paracles. Is that an elvish name?
Close enough. I'll allow that.
I think that we're done here, and I want to go and look into something. You keep on hugging your rock if you need to, but we have spent too much time here. Frisvieg is on fire, people are dying, and you decide to hug rocks in the canal.
Bjorn is right.
He is weird. He's always been.
Bjorn is right.
He's a little bit weird, but so are we all. Maybe we should talk about... Yeah. I mean, you're 3 feet tall. That's a little weird. But maybe we should talk about the prophecy.
I have heard about a place here in Frisvieg where they store medical herbs. Maybe that can help us sort this out. It's a place. It's a building at the edge of town.
But how's that gonna help us?
Have you got a better idea?
I mean, we're looking for a kid. Maybe look for kids.
Did the rock tell you anything? Why did you listen to it?
Are we still on the rock?
Maybe
we're
we
looking for
should
a
worry
prophecy.
less about prophecies and what is actually happening here and now.
Yeah, well, what's the herb
tell you.
garden gonna do for us?
The what?
Or didn't you want to go and check out
Yes.
herbs?
Let's go and see if we can tinker something together to help the victims.
I agree.
Okay.
Me too.
Fine.
Well,
fair
you don't
enough.
have to join me. I don't care about any one of you anyway.
Well, I think, if I remember correctly, the prophecy said something about fingers and hands and becoming strong. So I think we're stronger together. So we should all pick, choose, and go.
But it also said something about a child.
Yeah, but I am not leaving your side while the Night Riders are in town.
Thank you, Peng.
Lead the way, Björn. Please.
If you want to remind me, Peng, which direction should we go in? The building at the edge of this town. I haven't been here for some time.
Are you looking for the apothecary's shop?
Maybe. Is it at the edge of town?
No.
That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a place where there could be where they store maps. A big map.
Do we hear
Would
this
Peng
as
know
well?
this?
Yes. Let's. Yeah.
Can I make something up? Or-
No. I will make something up.
I mean, I can, but
There is a. What are you looking for? What kind of shop?
Some kind of. This is just between us and not them, right?
Yeah.
Some kind of guard tower, or some kind of place where there's stored weapons and in the map and things like that. Is there anything by the edge of town, or is it like a map maker, or I don't know?
Okay, I get you. Yes, you don't know of a shop like that. Neither do you, Peng.
Okay. Are there any buildings that stand alone in the outskirts of the city that I know of? That is.
There are some farmhouses. There are some huts for the wood or lumber workers in the area. So there is inhabitants scattered around the forests of Frisvieg, around the town of Frisvieg, especially to the north. But there's quite a few of them, so there's nothing that you know in particular that is
Well,
just
So-
the
a
only
singular.
side of town we haven't been today is the northeast, right?
Possibly, yes. Just follow me. I think I know where we need to go. So pretending I know where I need to go, I want to go in that direction, and I want to start searching for a building with weapons rack outside of it, or close to it.
Okay.
I also want to use my magical hand and move the microphone closer to Fab.
Can I use my?
I'll let close your eyes.
Thank you.
The force
see that.
is strong with that.
I saw nothing.
I think I'll have to save that for the Starfinder group. Sorry.
Your mic was like way back
That's
before.
crazy. The things we can do.
See the fist? It's working already.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So you were on the ice outside the fishers market, and then you start moving back towards the town. as you walk on to the fisher's market, you see this figure in this big balloon-like blue hat standing in front of the rod and auger shop that has been ransacked by the turned just a few hours ago. What do you want to do?
Do we recognize him, her?
You actually recognize as you go closer, and that is the apothecary Tulip Gladiolus that is standing there in front of the rod and auger, looking a little bit lost. He's got this tight-fitting jacket that, depending on how he shifts in the light, changes color from light green to purple. Similar, again, tight-fitting trousers. And then he has some feathers arrayed around his neck as a collar, and he is wearing this kind of bright blue hat that is just clashing with everything else about him. And he has this kind of long, very, very blonde, almost white, flowy hair that kind of falls down his shoulders. And he doesn't look very old, he doesn't look very, very young, so somewhere in his 30s, 40s, and he's looking at the shop in confusion. What do you want to do?
So is this somebody that we know or we just know of?
Peng, you know, you've done business with the apothecary, selling herbs and medicinal properties, doing business with the monks, because the monks are in the business of manufacturing these things also. So he's buying and selling to you. You have seen him around. The hat is hard to miss.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the rest of you don't know.
So I say to the group, do any of you know who that is?
Yeah, I do. Tulip, are you all right? Did they
Am
destroy
I
your shop
all
as well?
That's a deep question. Let me just. Am I all right?
No, wait.
Is anyone really all right?
What I meant was, is your shop all right? Is it still standing?
My shop is all right, but this particular shop, surprisingly, is not.
I can see that. Did you need something from the...
When you look at
acting a little bit strange,
Raza,
isn't
make a little bit of a perception check for me.
17 plus 4.
So while he's looking at the rod and auger, he's fingering in his hands a lot of rings, kind of nervously. Sorry, excuse me, what was the question? I got distracted.
No, I was just wondering, did they take anything from you? Or...
I try to sneak by as they converse and enter the shop.
The rod and auger?
Yes.
Sure.
Or is your... How is your mother?
My mother, she's in a beautiful place. Happy place, I hope.
Are you sure you're really
she's not
gonna get
here.
anything out of him? He was a little bit off.
But,
And what about your brother?
my brother, as I recall, I do not have a brother. Are you sure you know who you're talking to right now? I'm Tulip.
I know you're
Gladiolus.
Tulip Gladiolus. Exactly.
Yes, Tulip. That is me.
Have you heard about this new recipe for healing wounds?
A new recipe?
The
Healing wounds, that would become handy. I was...
crushed string flowers and snails, and you know that one.
Snails? Do snails have healing properties these days?
Yes.
What is
I've heard
going
it's
on?
great for your skin.
I'm trying to sneak in there still.
You're still sneaking in.
Then I whispered to Peng.
Make a stealth check, please. Just because we didn't throw any dice yesterday, so today.
How stealth are you?
17
Right.
plus 3.
Okay. You kind of sneak past Tulip. He's very engaged in a very intense conversation with Feng.
Snails.
And you go into the shop. You see that the shop has been tossed and turned. There's chaos everywhere. There are some small items left, fishing hooks and rods. You can see places where larger items should have been, ice drills and augers and other fishing equipment, even bob houses to protect you from elements while you're fishing on the ice. But everything has been taken or destroyed. Snails!
Yes! You know, the blue snails that crawl under rocks in the forest.
I don't believe I've seen those snails.
And
No, but that reminds me of something, yes. This shop, yes, I was called here to help. But then I see that this shop is empty. Do you know the Easterbrook family?
do I?
You remember that they were actually the ones running this shop.
Yes, I know them, but unfortunately, they were turned.
Oh,
Can I search for some kind
that
of
is curious.
door, hidden door, stairs, passage to the cellar? Is
There's a staircase going up into the second level in the back of the shop. While he's inside and she's talking, what do the rest of you do?
I'm listening in on their conversation.
Hang. Ask him about the turned. Help us.
I thought you knew about that.
Any bit more could help. See what he says.
Have you ever seen anything like this? I mean, like the turned?
No.
What would you say is it?
But hold on. You said something about the Easterbrook family, that they were turned, but someone contacted me earlier and said that they needed my assistance. They needed me to come and help someone in their family. I'm confused.
Did they say what they wanted help with?
Someone was sick, and they wanted me to come and help. Would those snails work?
Perhaps.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. Ah,
But
beautiful.
you know nothing about the turned people. Would you say,
No.
is it
It is a pity. Yes,
or a
it could
normal
be.
disease?
What did you say, sorry?
Or a normal disease? Like the ones we can actually cure?
Nothing normal about that. I fear there's strange forces at play. While you're engaged in the conversation, you go up the stairs.
Yes.
And yeah, how do you proceed?
I proceed carefully up the stairs. But I'm searching my surroundings, looking if there is someone alive.
Okay, so you enter the second floor of the Rod and Auger shop, and you notice that it is the living quarters. You enter into a living room first, and you see doors into a couple of other rooms. Here, you don't see so much of the ransacking happening, but it seems people have... can you make a perception, an investigation check? Thank you.
Investigation. Ooh, Inspector Waka. Rolling good today. 17 plus 2. 19.
You notice that there are signs of a hasty departure.
Do I hear any sounds?
No. Nothing out of the ordinary, no.
Okay. So briefly, how many doors are there? Or is it closed doors or how?
There are 3 doors.
Okay, can I hastily but carefully open them all and peek inside and just kind of to make a check? What are the rooms? Is there someone?
There seems to be a master bedroom with a double bed. The second room, gathering of its decor and the items that are still left, was a room for a girl. And then the third door leads to a room that was for a boy. It seems like this was a rather well-off family that could afford separate rooms for everyone.
Is there any? Can I search through the room where I think that the boy lived?
Sure. With that same investigation, you find wooden horses, soldiers, rocks and sticks, things that boys collect, leaves and pine cones. Some of them are arranged in these fantastical battles in the corner of the room. There are some storybooks from the ancient times, including Dora the cleric adventures and so forth. Yeah, it's a boy's room.
I want to pick up one of the more fine or more used toys. Just one of them to bring with me.
Okay. There's this little toy soldier that has been carefully carved. You can see that the paint has peeled out a little bit through heavy play and use. It was standing very prominently in that battle scene. So you pick that up.
Okay.
I want to go and check what Björn's doing.
Okay, so you're going
This
inside.
Conversations, yeah, I can't keep my.
So you're walking through the shop and you see the disaster that the ground floor is, and the mess that has been left behind by the ransacking. Are you walking upstairs?
Yes, I'm following where I hear the Björn's.
Okay, so you're walking upstairs and you see Björn in one of the bedrooms.
Björn, you finding anything?
What are you doing in here?
Just checking if you might need some help.
No, I'm fine. We have to go.
Do I notice the book, the Dora?
You look around and you see some books.
Some books. Do I see it?
Yeah, you see that book as well.
Okay. After you.
No, after you, I insist.
I walk a little bit closer to the book. Still not leaving or saying anything. Just, glancing at the book. Not picking it up yet. I don't want Björn to see it.
Are we going to ransack this house like a common criminal? Is that why you want me to leave first? Are you gonna steal from children? Go ahead. I'm leaving. I leave.
Okay.
I go downstairs.
You go downstairs.
I put the book in I take the book and put it under my armor
Okay.
to hide it.
Okay, great. As you pick up the book, you see on the front cover, in the bottom kind of right corner, there's scratched a name, Einar. And then you put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Well, you are still observing the engaging
leaning
conversation.
against the wall and just chilling out. This is, I've got no place to be.
This moment, I'm feeling like an energy coming from the stone in my pouch.
It's just cold.
It is, but I'm feeling something which is then making me feel like I should ask Pang.
Okay.
Pang, the prophecy. Can
Tulip?
tulip he may know something about the child. Child he must help, he said. Help, maybe this is the child we need.
What are the odds?
Who
That
were you
the
going
person
to help,
run into?
Tulip?
The Easterbrook family.
And why?
I was summoned. They needed help with someone in the family. Let me just think. Yeah, they needed help. Someone was sick.
Was this before or after the attack?
It was before the commotion. It was before it all broke loose. It was before the explosions. Then all of that happened. I was woken up in the early hours. I needed to go and help, but then the chaos erupted and I got distracted. But now I'm here and I find the Easterbrook shop empty. And I'm not really sure what to do now.
Did they say who in the family you were going to help?
I know it's not the mother, April, but I'm not sure.
Then I have a last idea. Maybe we can follow him to the house. Escort. Investigate further.
True. Maybe the Easterbrooks have gone to his house. Good idea.
As I exit the house, I watch Raza and I say, "Hey, you know how to track?"
I've been known to track a few people.
Yes.
Here and there.
You know how to track.
I might would say a few.
Can you find traces of a boy around here, going somewhere else? Just tell me quickly. I'll explain on the way.
I'll give it a shot.
Make an, let's say, investigation check this time.
14 plus 7.
Oh dear, oh wow, okay, cool. So,
Yeah, I
so-
can track him for you.
so you look at the ground, it is really, really hard to read since a lot of the turned were in and out of the shop. You look at the tracks, you try and get any kind of sense of what is what. There has been total pandemonium. There's this blood on the ground. There's blood markings on the floor of the main shop. You do notice there are some tracks in the frozen ground that differ from the main pandemonium that has taken place in the Fishers Market, and they take the eastern shoreline side main road towards the north, but you're not really sure if that is significant or not.
Okay, so what do I offer him?
It's really hard to read the signs on the ground.
Yeah, so it
But you
looks-
see that a smaller group of people have gone and taken the road northward from the Fishers Market.
Yeah, so it looks like a smaller group of people have gone north. I'm not sure if that's who you're looking for, but could be a lead.
Can you lead the way?
Sure.
Good.
But give me a moment. I want to talk to the apothecary.
Okay.
But I want to talk to him in secret, so I want to pull him away from the group.
Okay. So, what do you say?
There's some very nice rings you have.
Oh, why, thank you.
Did you have them special made?
No, I have some business that happens all over the Empire.
All over the Empire. So anybody close to here?
These I've brought all the way from the capital through my contacts. I see you are a purveyor and an enjoyer of rings as well.
Oh yes, I do enjoy in shopping for jewelry. It's one of my guilty pleasures, as you might say.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. It's a wonderful hobby, isn't it?
Yes, and I'm trying to collect a couple of. I have a blue one and I have a purple one, but I'm looking in particular for a green one. if
The
you might have one.
the green ones are precious. Indeed, I understand how you will be interested in the green one. Unfortunately, the costs of bringing such items to these parts of the Empire are quite high, if you know what I mean.
I understand, but maybe we could make a trade of some sort.
I
Strike
start
a
walking
deal.
north, losing my patience.
Trading, it is possible, but it.
I have silver and I have some gold.
I'm interested.
But what's your price?
What can you offer?
How about 9 pieces of silver?
It has to be a little bit more of a precious metal, I'm afraid.
2 pieces of gold?
The color is correct, but the amount is found lacking.
Can you clue me in as to what you want?
It needs to be more.
5. Okay.
Plenty more.
Okay, 10. 10, final offer.
Unfortunately, it is not enough, but you can find me, I'm sure. My hat is difficult to miss. Come find me when you can make a little bit more serious offer.
In that moment, I
Okay,
say,
wait.
"Raza, let's go."
Wait. 15.
He just starts walking away, humming to himself about blue snails. Blue snails. Blue snails.
Okay, so I head north.
Okay, so you started following Bjorn,
Yeah, the Bjorn,
but Bjorn
thinking,
started
like,
walking ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm
Impatience.
What are the
thinking
rest
I'm
of you
running
doing?
ahead, like I'm running up to him, and then
Okay. You think you see those tracks and the signs of that small group of people ahead of you, but it is really hard to tell. There's been a lot of traffic on that road. What do the rest of you do?
I follow.
So do I.
I'm standing. I look at Bjorn and the rest of the crew. Look at the apothecary, Tulip. Tulip is standing there, am I right?
He's starting to walk away, so he's going towards the west.
I think about it for a second. Then I follow the crew.
Okay, you hear one final verse of Blue Snails. And then he disappears around the corner. Okay, so you pick up the trail again. And you pass the House of Fish first. And then a few blocks further, you pass a delicacy shop called The Box. And then
what's in the box?
at the corner of the box, the main road, there's a little alley that goes inside into the Baggers district, and the trail stops there at the alleyway. Or the ground gets really hard to read at that point.
Did anybody of you know anything about this Easterbrook family?
I have no idea.
Raza has stopped at the alley that is very close to your mother's candle shop.
Because the tracks end here, and I'm not sure, but any sort of information about them might give us a clue as to where they've gone now.
They would never leave their shop.
Well, obviously, in all the commotion, they had to
But
make
that's
a
why I
quick
thought they
decision.
returned. They would never leave their precious shop.
Maybe they just grabbed what they needed and left. I mean, they're probably freaked out.
Why are you so obsessed by this family?
Well, we're looking for them, I
Are we?
thought. You said to look for trails of the boy.
I'm looking for a boy.
Well, he wasn't part of the family? That's odd.
Do you know something?
Yes.
Are
What do
you
you
not
know that
telling?
we don't?
I know that my mother lives very close by, and I want to go and see if she's alive. After everything that
Come with you.
I think I need to do this myself.
I won't leave you.
You'll wait outside of the door.
No, I'll come in with you.
As you discussed there on the street at the corner of the box, you suddenly feel a tug at your coat from behind, and then there's this little girl standing there looking up at you with this kind of amazement in her eyes, and he's looking like, "Are you one of them?"
By them, do you mean?
The bad people that came last night.
They're not all bad, little one. Yes, it is true I come from where they come from, but I am not one of them.
But my mother said that I shouldn't, I should hide when the bad people come. But then I see you and you don't look that bad to me. Should I hide?
Oh, sweetie. My heart breaks.
That's adorable.
My mama says that I'm adorable as well, sometimes. But sometimes she says that I'm quite of a nuisance.
Well,
Can
your
we
mother is
bring her
right.
along? Can we adopt her?
Your mother is right. You shouldn't talk to bad people. But I am not a bad person. We're here to help. Is your mother close by, child?
My mother is there. They're in the house, and she's taking care of father who doesn't know me anymore.
Your father. Oh,
In
was
that moment,
he?
I look at the rest of them and give them like a look, like I think we know what she's saying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
My father
recognize you the
started
same way.
breaking things, and then he ran outside. But then the soldiers captured him and they tied him up, and they said that there is no room in the tower anymore. And
is
then
your
they
name,
brought him
boy?
back.
She's a
What did
girl.
you
Can't
say?
you see that?
Girl, thing, kid, child,
Mama,
pet.
is
Do
he
I
a
rec-
bad person?
Yes, I am.
No,
What is
he's
your
just,
name?
He's just
Can you
very.
help
Be
me from
careful,
the bad
Bjorn.
person?
Do I recognize her?
No.
Go ahead.
He's not
In that
dangerous,
moment,
he's very angry.
I start to grab the child's hand and ask her to take me to her mother or her father. And I walk because I want to investigate.
Okay. So you're walking to the east side of the street, and that's the where it looks like there's a lot of fisheries on the coast there, and that seems to be a lot of fishermen live on that side of the street.
I'll tag along with him if
Okay.
I can.
Okay, so
Man.
so as you walk there, what are you doing?
Oh, it's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I don't know where to go. So yeah, that's it.
Snap decisions.
A lot of head movement going on.
Okay, you're standing on the street.
End of the game over here.
You're standing on the street, and you're. Let's go into.
Danny, go and help them.
I
Follow the child. Help them.
Where will we meet after?
Here.
Okay. And I run after them.
Okay, great. So, Bjorn is going into the alleyway and turning. Once the alley turns back towards the south, towards the candle shop, and you're following along. Okay, what do you do as you enter the alleyway and you see the door to the building where the candle shop is on the second floor?
Last time I checked, she wasn't here. But maybe she returned. Can you please let me enter alone first to see it's safe?
I'll wait outside.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm walking up the stairs. And does the door look closed or open?
Remind me, how did you leave it last time?
I closed it after.
You closed it, so it's closed.
Okay, I open the door
You open the door.
and I walk inside.
You walk inside, and there's more light here this time, but things look very similar as last time.
There's more light. Someone lit the candles.
The sun is higher.
Oh, the sun is higher.
Yeah.
Is my note still on the bed?
Yes.
I want to investigate and see if I can find out something. 10 total.
Okay. In this new light, you see still the tables are messy, and you see that some things have been taken because, as you last time knew already or learned already, that your mother is very meticulous with order. So you see very easily if some things are missing or messed with. And you see that some candles have been taken at the section called Healing Properties. And you see a crumpled piece of paper there, sort of thrown in front of the mess left behind.
Okay.
How long has he been in there now?
Not that long, just a few minutes.
Dang, she's not here. I call. You can come up. I
go in.
pick it up and take a look.
So you open the piece of paper and you come back up. And the paper said, "Saw you weren't here. Took some things. Sorry for the mess. Pay you later."
Do I recognize the handwriting?
No,
And I assume I really don't.
you don't know.
I show it to Peng.
Does your mother have a lot of friends in town?
Not a lot. Not that she considers friends. I mean, they're friendly to her.
How many of them would feel comfortable taking things without asking?
Do I know that? Do you have some money?
No, unfortunately, you didn't have that close of a relationship with your mother. You visited once in a while, but you didn't talk much about her social life.
I have no clue. She probably lives.
Your mother?
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure she does. Do you know where she would go?
No. I left her a little map to my... But it hasn't returned.
Do you think it's safe to leave that map there on the bed? For anyone to take it?
But if she returns...
You should hide it somewhere where she will find it, but nobody else will.
I pick my notes up, and I hide it under her favorite candles.
Okay. Yep.
Do you think she would mind if we borrowed some candles?
No, I think not.
I take a few
Okay.
of the bigger ones and put in my rucksack.
Okay. Good.
Peng, I need you to listen to me. Are you my real friend?
Of course I am.
No, not of course. Are you my real friend?
Yes. Are you
Will
really
you kill
doubting
me if
that?
I turn? Or if they color me?
No.
Why?
Because I would rather try to help you than...
And what
kill
if
you.
no help is to be found? Do you want me to suffer then? To be a dog until the day I die? I need to know if I can trust you.
Okay. I will kill you if I have to.
And I will kill you if you annoy me again. Peng, the abyss helped me with the color. I don't know how. I don't know how, I don't know why. But I'm pretty sure it's she.
How do you know it's she?
She spoke to me in my mind. I made a promise.
You say?
It's all a mess now, but I have... Whatever she demands, I have to fulfill it.
So she cast a spell on you?
No, I paid a price so that I could live without a color. So that I would survive this situation. But I don't understand why. She knows. She knows about you meeting me. She knows everything. She whispered that she knows. How can she know? Did someone follow you from the monastery?
No, but she's not who she says she is.
Did you ever speak of me?
No, of course not. But like she spoke to you through your mind, I'm sure she's read my mind.
I had a vision. But you're the only one I trust. Maybe we have to bring those... If there is a prophecy, and if we have to bring that blue-eyed knight, or whatever she is, that annoying, never-ending speaker of a Braug, and that shady figure, if we can bring them along, but they cannot know. Not yet. I don't trust them.
I hear you. But you do trust me, so what do you know? I need to know to be able to help you.
I'm looking for a boy. He's chained up to a bed. In a room where there's a big map. I saw these wreck with weapons resting in it. I'm worried for the boy, but I don't...
Do you know who he is?
No. I don't even know if it's a metaphor, if it's a real boy. How can I know? How can I know if this is even real? Maybe I've been using too much magic again, and maybe this is all just in my
No,
head
but
because I'm
Uma
slowly
Elena-
turning insane. And I think...
Uma and Nana spoke of a child. Maybe it's that child.
Maybe it is.
Okay, so there were weapons and maps in the room.
A big map.
A big
One
map.
on the table.
One big map. And a bed. Did it seem cold
The boy?
where he was?
I don't know. He's sad. I felt it. His sadness was echoing through my soul. He's weeping. And it hurts me as well.
How can we find out where to look?
It's somewhere in Frisvieg. I know it's somewhere here. It's an isolated place. It was also quick. It was as if I was flying. And I just know that I was in Frisvieg. But it all was so fast. It's definitely, it's not in the center of the town. It's somewhere in the outskirts. I'm trying to clear my head. I'm also afraid that if I don't want to dive into something I can't control.
You mean
I don't
to
know.
use...
Yes. Can we please start looking?
Yeah, we should gather as much food and,
It's only in Frisvieg. I think we should find the boy now. He's in pain, clearly he's weeping. Maybe alone.
Okay, let's
If
go
he's
find
important.
the others. Do we need them? Do we really need them?
No. If we can, we'll try to lose them on the way. Promise?
Yeah.
Thank you, Pink. You... Thank you.
So, you are going, following the child across the street. The house isn't very deep into the Bob House Fishers district. And while she's leading you along, she's starting to chatter a little bit again, looking at you, Al. Did you take June?
Did I take what?
June? My friend, June.
Sorry, child, I don't know who June is.
She's my friend. We play all the time. She's my best friend. And I can't find her today.
I look at them because they're with me
Is Danny with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
with curiosity in my eyes.
Yeah. I'm
Sorry, kid. We haven't met anyone named June. What does she look like?
She has hair a little bit like you, actually. But, yeah, she's my friend. She's a girl like me, and yeah.
I bend down and give her a hug. It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
She's
You're brave. It's gonna be okay.
Can we
It's not weird because it's a fantasy.
That was nice. That
I'll
was
literally
nice.
do that in real life.
She's
He-
probably with her family. Does she live close? Do they live close by?
Yeah, they live at the Fisher's Market on the second floor.
Can we see your mother and father first?
Yeah, we're here. This is the house. Let me just. My mother says that I shouldn't bring any strange people in the house. That's one of the big rules. But I'll go and tell Mother.
Look, kid. What was your name?
Liv.
Liv.
I'm Donnie. So
Hey, Donnie.
we're not
Yeah.
strangers now.
I'm Raza, and this
You
is
smell of. I shouldn't say it. You smell like the tannery. But that's okay. It was a nice hug, don't worry. My mama said I shouldn't tell people they smell.
No, but Liv, you should be honest.
Keeping my...
That's what she says as well, and I get a little bit confused sometimes.
Just stick with the honesty, kid. You're gonna do great. I'm Raza. This is Al. Now
Hey,
that you-
Raza. Hey, Al.
Now that you know our names, we're not strangers anymore, right?
Can I get my mother now?
Yes.
Okay. And she disappears into the house. And then a moment passes. And another.
I am secretly
Can I listen in to hear if
Smelling
there's
myself.
anything happening inside?
You can make a perception check.
That's 10 plus 4.
Okay, so you hear some whispering, kind of alarmed. And then you notice that the door is opening up a little bit, a small crack. And there's this female voice is heard. What do you want?
Hi, Mrs. Do I know her name? Did we get her name?
No.
This is Liv's mom.
I'm Donnie from the chapel. We're here to take a look at your husband and see if we can help him.
How did you know about my husband?
Your sweet, sweet daughter said that you might need some help. We might be able to actually do that for you. Could we please come in, please?
You say you can help? Help my
Possibly.
husband?
Possibly. Would you mind telling us what's been happening?
And then she opens the door a little bit, and then she sees Ow, and then she closes it back again. What is he doing here? It's one of them.
He's not actually with them.
And you hear this piping voice. He's nice. And the
You've
mom's
got a
like,
smart daughter.
the mom's like, oh, what do you want? What do you want?
Mom, your daughter Liv has come to me. She knows of me. She knows that I am well.
Do you know something about what's happened to my husband?
I think I do.
He doesn't recognize me anymore.
In that instant,
We've been together for 10 years, and he does not recognize me anymore.
he's not your husband anymore.
He comes home and breaks things and tries to hurt my daughter, and then the officers come and then they tie him up, and then they say that they don't have any room at the tower, and then they bring him back. And what am I supposed to do with him?
Can I push the door open?
You can make a athletics check.
Risky.
That's a 12 minus 1.
So you're trying to push the door open. You open it up a little bit, but you can't go all the way in. Mother's there, and you see Liv there, looking, big eyes looking at, and there you see in the back of the kind of living room, there's this bundled up person in a fisherman's garb, sitting at the stool, kind of constantly twitching and struggling against the bondages, and again there's a gag in front of his mouth, and the eyes are just staring in front, dead.
Have we come back yet?
Huh?
Are we caught up with them yet?
Are you trying to find them?
No.
We just
We
go.
decided. Should we go?
Yeah, we can leave them.
Okay. Do we want to start searching for?
We'll wait with you a little bit.
Don't ruin our moment, guys.
Just because we're not trying to hurt you. We're looking for someone, but we can't stand out here
Yeah,
in the alley.
they're helping me find June.
May we please come in?
Why would you want to come in?
Because we can't stand out here in the alley. It looks weird.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Look at my husband. And then she opens the door. There, you've seen my husband. Can you do anything?
Do we recognize your husband?
No.
He's turned. But June, I think we may need to go to June.
Will you take us, Liv?
And the mother gathers her child to her and says, Liv is not going anywhere with you.
Do you have any other children?
No. If you want to find June Easterbrook, you have to get someone else.
June Easterbrook.
Look, okay, I can give you some information. Whatever you do, don't let your husband's blood touch an open wound or anything of yours. Then you'll...
Don't scare them.
I'm just trying to help them.
They're already freaked out.
Yeah, well, maybe they don't want to
It
get
is a little
sick.
bit too late. I was already covered in his blood earlier. I've washed.
Did you have any open wounds or anything?
Plenty.
Maybe...
Are you saying
Liv
I will
isn't-
turn as well?
Yes,
No,
maybe
no.
Liv isn't safe with you.
And then I walk outside.
Nothing has happened to me. I will be fine.
I've walked outside at this moment. I get a headache because I have a memory that comes back from my old place. So I walk away for a moment.
Do we know how long it takes for them to turn?
I have no idea.
And how well is my knowing of Frisvieg? As in, am I good at
What do you want to know?
where the friend lives?
Easterbrook?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, you don't.
Good question.
You don't know actually.
But do I know the area as if I get an address?
But
Do I know where it is?
what you were there
Were you there when you talked about it?
when I spoke to Tulip.
Yeah.
No, you were in the. Weren't you in the house?
Yeah, I was in the house.
But first you listened in on the conversation.
Yeah.
I
Then you
did,
went
yeah.
up.
Okay. So she did hear it.
I think you know.
Okay.
have
So
very good
yeah.
ears.
If you heard the conversation, then you know that the Rod and Auger shop is owned by the Easterbrook family.
So do they live there?
Yes,
then
they lived
June-
on the upstairs. And you got a book in the other room that had a scribbling on it said Einar.
Yeah.
What do you know?
I thought you were outside.
But she's looking like she knows something.
When I was in the house, there was 2 bedrooms, a boy and girl. And I'm pretty sure the hat guy said that the Easterbrooks live there.
Yeah, well, they
That
weren't
their
there
shop.
right now.
So June must be gone.
I guess our best bet is that they're hiding somewhere. So we should figure out if we can, if we could just talk to Liv for a second.
May I use your restroom, please?
No.
Where is Bjorn and the little one, Peng? Have you
I
seen
don't
them?
know, off talking about secrets.
I think I've had a vision that can help, and I need to speak with all of us. Should we go find them? I don't
Maybe
think we can
tell
do
us
anything
first.
here. Should we leave them? There's
No,
not much we can
I'm
do
not.
here.
Yes, let's find Bjorn
I
and
want to
Peng.
know what Liv has to say about June, like where they might be.
Did June have a
What do you
brother?
ask? What do you say?
Liv, did
Liv.
June have a brother?
No, Liv didn't have any siblings. So if, have you ever played with June when she wasn't at home? If she was at a relative's house? Or,
We were all over the place, mainly in the fishes market. It's nice to play on the fishes market, especially when the sun is shining and it's not so cold. It's cold all the time, but it's not so cold when the sun is shining. But sometimes she used to take us to the Easterbrook fishery in the eastern side of the city. She says eastern, but I'm not really sure what east means. But we were at this place where the fishers brought the fish, and it smelled like fish. Oh, there I go again with the smelling. But yes, it did. That we played there, and her parents were there as well.
your parents
I
were there
think-
as well. Maybe we should go there. The fisher.
Ow. What did you say?
It is a house where they bring the fish, and it's right by the water.
Ow.
While she's talking with you, I walk off with the stone in my hand, and I'm remembering something back from my home.
The stone is very cold in your hand.
But it's bringing back memories as she's talking, so I didn't really hear because
Okay.
things are coming back.
Okay, so while that is going on, what's happening
Stone
with
is
you?
cold. The stone is cold.
He's like, oh, the fucking Walkman.
I promised them that we would meet them out on the street. Do you say shall we just make a run for it? Do we need them?
No. They're just gonna slow us down.
Yes, and I'm really worried about Dani.
Yeah. She knows. I mean,
She knows too much.
She knows.
You want to take the lead? Do you know where we're going?
I have no clue. What me? Somewhere in the outskirts. Somewhere in the outskirts.
Not south and west. Definitely not south.
Northwest?
Maybe.
Should we start looking?
Yeah, let's go north. Go north.
Okay.
We start moving.
Okay,
Trying to understand. I'm trying to understand what I've seen, and I'm trying to see if I can somehow do that trip. Or, yeah.
As you really kind of start figuring it out, do you have an insight check? Can you make that?
Please don't tell me that's wisdom. It is. 12. 13 minus 1.
Okay, so you're thinking about what you saw when the collar was attached around your neck, and you remember glancing at Herinold and him saying, "Get out." And you realize perhaps you made some kind of connection with him at that moment, where you saw something inside his head.
Hey, where do you think the Obsidian Knights are? Where can Herinold be right now?
Would I know that?
You know the city a little bit. You know that there are some barracks at the northwestern side, next to the tannery and the butcher shop, kind of behind the Thorwald's Beard Inn, and next to the more rough neighborhood of Frisvieg. So there you have the Imperial Barracks. That's kind of the area where the city usually has pushed anything to do with the capital and the empire. But otherwise, you don't know where they would be.
Well, Herinold is probably staying at the Thorwald's Beard. And there are barracks nearby.
If there are barracks, there's weapons. Probably maps as well.
True.
That's from where they...
Let's move north.
If the others find us, they find us. If not,
Agreed?
as long as I can fulfill this promise that I made, then I can live. Whatever becomes of Frisvieg, maybe, as long as I'm free.
I say we leave them. I'm tiny and sneaky. You're big and strong.
And not so sneaky. That's one thing. That's one thing.
Yes.
Okay, we start running towards the barracks.
Okay, so you go through the alleyways back to the main street that leads into the
Do we have
town
to take
square.
the main street?
Huh?
Do we have to take the main street?
Yes, unfortunately. There's you can get the alleyways all the way to the Merchants Guild that is on the south side of the town square, but then to get to the capital, which is sort of the mocking name for the northwestern district of Frisvieg, you have to take the main road and cross the town square. Okay, so you start running towards that direction. Back to you.
Well, I was trying to speak with Al, and he just walks away looking at his rock.
Damn, this is an interesting rock.
I'm following him. Ow!
You hear from behind the doorway is like, I think it was red, and then the door slams shut.
I'm sorry, what?
Did all of us hear that?
Yeah, well, I grab
I wanted to say
your
something
shoulder.
to Liv.
Ow!
Danny,
So have we left the place now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I say to Danny, because I feel her.
did she say red?
Yeah, I think so. But what the hell are you doing? I was speaking with you. You're just walking away looking at your rock.
I put the rock back in my...
You were listening to it before. Now, what's happening?
I'll tell you later.
You always say later.
I know.
I may be able to help.
Help with what? It's a rock.
Well, I don't know. Whatever information.
You can help.
I don't know. But I
can help.
can't help if I don't know.
What do you need help
Just
with?
tell us.
How are you gonna help? I am seriously confused
Well, I
right
can't
now.
Wait a
help
minute.
without any information.
I know. We don't have time now. I've seen things. We'll talk about it later. But first, we need to find the little one and the big one. because we need to go somewhere. Red. Did you hear her say red?
Yeah, but Liv was also talking about how she and June played at a fishery or something. Like, it belonged to the family Esterbrook. If they're hiding, they're probably hiding there.
But I think if we're going to look or go anywhere, we should do it as one. We must be one. I think we should go back to the alleyway.
If they were interested in looking for the kid, they would be here.
I know. Sometimes they go off and do their own thing, but this is not time. There is no time now for us to separate. We must go back to the alley to find them. And then we can talk about it.
Let's hurry then.
Let's go.
I start running.
I'll walk towards the alley.
Can I just like kind of trail off? I want to go look at in the fishery.
So you're now at the Baggers, and it's just a very short.
Wait. I just want to say, you guys head first. Let's choose a meeting spot or anything when you find the big surly one.
The division.
All right, so I'm a few steps away, and I look back, and then I say,
What did you say?
Let's meet up somewhere when you find the big surly one and the little one.
Where?
I don't know. Pick a place.
Danny, what is she talking about?
I am already running.
Where are you
Next
running?
I can track
Towards
them later.
Okay, so you're going towards the alley that turned into the candle shop. So you're running there. Danny, you're the only one out of these people that know the city a little bit, or the town a little bit.
Yeah.
That you were in the district that is mainly inhabited by the fishermen, and that's on the east side of the city or the town, and the fisheries are aligning the whole of the east shore of the peninsula that Frisvieg kind of occupies fully. So you were kind of in between the main streets and the shoreline when you met Liv's mother.
Yeah.
So now you're running back towards the alleyway where you said that you would meet Bjorn and Peng.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I guess I'm
I need
talking.
to start taking notes. I need to draw some charts here. Who's going this
Dungeon
way?
Master. Let's make a story where we have 10 parallel stories
happening at
play at the same time.
What if you guys didn't play those all the
Let me
time?
play some horror music here for a while.
Let's at
Reminds
least
you what happens to people when they separate.
What time is it where you are and you? And is it the same time now? Did you actually catch up?
I'm feeling
Set
more
up.
sunset
Episode
vibes
2
over
is
this.
like the Dungeon Master goes, finally, they're united. Episode 3 is like, whatever.
The entire next episode is just going to be
awesome.
him trying to get us together. It's like, no.
I think we need some soldiers with some spears on your backs.
All of the sudden.
Okay. Yeah, so you're running towards the alleyway.
Yes.
You are standing where you're standing.
No, I'm heading east.
You're heading east already. Okay, where are you going?
So I see that she is on a mission. So I'm following after Danny because I think we need to be together.
Okay. All right. So let's take Danny and Al first.
Yes.
So you run to the main street and crossing over from the Baggers district from the Bob House district to the Baggers district.
Yep.
And you find that alleyway where you separated with Peng and Bjorn. You don't see anyone there. Can you make perception checks, both of you?
Certainly can.
Just perceive things.
My bad.
Oh.
That was not a good perception.
7.
3 plus 3, 6.
6 and 7. The streets are empty. There's very, very little life. I think people are spending this time at home, healing, recovering, grieving. So you see nothing there. You wait for a couple of moments, still nothing. What do you do?
Do you think they would leave us? They kind of do their own thing, don't they?
I think they would leave us.
They would, yeah.
Do you see them at all anywhere? No.
No.
And Raza, she went the complete direction. I think east. What are you thinking?
how good is my what you did before?
Tracking.
Tracking. That's the word. My tracking skills.
You can look at your, I think I'm going to use investigation check in cities and then survival check in the wilderness.
+2, so I just hit.
Yeah.
Six plus 2, 8.
So you look at the street and you look at the icy ground. You see footsteps going north and south and into the alleyway and out of the alleyway. You see some horse.
Can I tell some really
hoofprints.
big feet from and small?
You can't really tell anything from that. So some of the footprints might be Bjorn, some of them might not. It's really hard to say.
Ow. Are you good at checking things, investigating?
Yeah,
Can you see some little and big feet? Anything?
I can, but I feel that we might need to go and get Raza. Because the two of them, they're in good hands, yeah? They know each other, they trust each other, and if they've left us, they've left us, but something could happen to Raza, and she may need our assistance. And then we can find her, and then maybe we can find the rest of the team. And I think you know where she was headed, wasn't it? The east or west or north of Brook?
Yeah,
What
I know
brook?
the spots.
Yeah.
Come on.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
So you go back into the fishing district towards the east,
Yeah.
to the coast. Raza,
Yeah,
you're running towards the coast.
yes, I'm looking for the red fishing house,
Fishery.
fishery,
Okay, so
the word for it.
as you're running or walking or...
I'm sticking to the shadows.
Okay.
It's like sort of a brisk pace.
Okay.
Not running, but not.
So
like power
as you
walking.
go due east through the small alleyways of the fishing district, the houses are quite small. They're not clearly not high class, so there's plenty of shadow to hide in. You start going due east, and you notice that the houses disappear, and there's another square. In the middle of it, there's a little bit of a statue of a big fish. And then you see the shoreline and the frozen bay in front of you. due
Can I
east.
see the red house?
You see these big shacks lining the shoreline in a row, going from south to north. It seems like the whole shoreline is lined with these big shacks. They have these piers going out into the ice for some reason, maybe loading fish in and out from sleighs and stuff that are bringing the big fish back into the peninsula and the town. But so far you don't see any particularly red shacks.
Is it?
lining.
Is there a lot of people around, or is everybody at home
You
recuperating?
see a few people moving around, an old man walking slowly on the square, but it's rather dead, this part of town.
Do I remember like the colors of all the houses and stuff?
No.
Okay.
So you're looking at the
Yeah.
frozen bay and these
Can
fish.
I just investigate the area? See
Yeah,
if I hear
do you want to go
movement?
south or north?
South.
Okay. Yeah. You start walking towards the south, and you see these fisheries. They tend to be brownish, unpainted. The first fishery from the square doesn't look like anything different. The second one, still very brown shack, and the third one, similar color. And then after that, you start seeing the Fisher's Market again. So you don't see anything red that way.
Can I double back?
Yes, you can, but while you're doing that, let's just see what's happening at Peng and Bjorn.
Are we there yet? How much
You're at the town square now. In front of you, you see on the north the town hall that is protruding from the hill that rises into the wilderness around Frisvieg. And to the west, you see the Thorwald's Beard Inn. To the southwest, you see the town militia headquarters. Right next to you, as you enter the square, you see the Merchants Guild, and then to the east, you see the Fishers Guild. And in front of you, you have the Shrine of Uma Walal at the center of the square, plus the stage from last night. No, from earlier today.
I thought you were going to say, plus a delegation of 40,000 soldiers.
Surprise!
They've all got spears in
They
their
all got
backs.
spears, yes.
Well, I think you should hide. I don't want them to find you again. Even if you passed the test earlier today, they might test you again, and Uma Elena isn't there to help.
I'll stay close by. I'll try to watch you from the shadows. You need to find a small boy chained to a bed.
I want to go to the barracks and peek through the windows.
Okay.
And I want to sneak as good as this man can to kind of keep an eye on Peng. I want to stay within distance so I can kind of hear if she would scream or see her as much as possible.
Okay.
Can you do a stealth check?
Let's just see. So you're now at the southeastern corner of the pentagon-shaped central square of Frisvieg. And you want to kind of cross the town square, or
Nope.
you want to go around it somehow?
Yes.
We're gonna go around.
Around it somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you taking kind of the northeastern route, or are you going kind of southwest and
I
circling
think we
around?
should go the way that passes the inn
Okay.
to peek through the windows.
Okay, cool. So you start kind of keeping close to the Merchants Guild, which is at the southeastern side of the square, and you stay in the shadow. Let's throw some stealth checks, just.
Actually, I want to let you know that I have a +3 on my stealth.
Thank you for letting me know.
Yes. 18 +3.
18
So
plus
despite my big size,
Yeah.
I'm swift.
17 plus 5.
Okay. It's just staying in the shadows of the Merchants Guild. It has these long lip of a roof that kind of extrudes into the square, and you're staying underneath that. Again, the square is mainly deserted. The banners flop in the breeze, half burnt and sad. You carry on, you cross one of the streets that goes due south, hugging the Sweets district, and you go to the militia headquarters, which is on the other side of that street, and again, sticking to the shadows of that building. You hear some drunken singing from inside that headquarters, but nothing else. And then you finally cross a third main street that leads to the tower where you spent some time earlier today, and then you reach the Thorwald's Beard Inn. Close to the front entrance, there's this big sign with a painted figure, a burly man. Instead of a beard, he has this ice drill, an auger, as his beard, and he's smirking, and his eyes are looking at different directions. Okay, so you're now next to the walls of the Thorwald's Beard, and slight chatter and music is heard from inside the tavern.
I hold up my hand like this. See that? To stop you. Can I step or hold onto something so I can peek through the windows?
Yeah. There are some fishing barrels and some ale caskets, things like that, that are discarded to the side of the...
I do that.
Okay.
What do I see?
Inside, you see a lot of military personnel. And you also see this jolly man walking from table to table. Surprisingly jolly considering the circumstances of the day. He is, let me just see. He's dressed mainly in white. He has quite a big belly, a big double chin, and a potato nose. His forehead is really, really high, and then he has this brownish grayish hair that is kind of plastered against his sides and temples here, and a little bit of a whiff of a hair kind of pointing to the left. He's carrying ale jugs and beakers. He has this kind of red, nice collar going around, and these puffy green arms kind of to emphasize his shoulders a little bit. And then he has this dirty white apron in front of him. He seems a little bit sweaty and red-faced as he's serving the people that are crowded in the inn. They look like they are wearing the garb, the obsidian guard wear most of them. There seems to be some fishermen also in the tavern, but it's very much majority of the clientele seems to be military.
Do I see Herinold?
Herinold, you don't see, but suddenly you hear, "Bring me more!" with a very usual or familiar sounding voice, and it brings you the cold chills in your spine.
Good, so I climb down.
Mm-hmm.
He's in here. I think it's safe to go to the barracks.
Let's move them quickly.
Okay, so you are then sprinting past the front door of the...
I don't have to bend down. I just run. Perks.
You have to crouch a little bit. And you sprint past the door, and the music continues, the chatter continues inside the inn, and it seems like no one's noticed you. And then you face the street that leads you towards the Imperial Barracks.
Let's head on the streets.
Okay. So you walk past the street and you see the butchers on your left-hand side, and then you arrive to this small practice yard where the Imperial soldiers tend to practice their maneuvers and marching. And then you have this glorified barn, if you will, as their barracks. It seems like the town of Frisvieg doesn't really cater anything extra to visitors into their town from the capital. It is functional, but it seems like a very cold place to be.
Do you recognize anything?
Do I?
No.
No, I don't. Is it possible to investigate our surroundings? Do we hear any sobbing? Do we see any soldiers close by? What?
Yes, you can go closer to the barracks and look inside if you want to. The exercise yard is empty again.
Do you see any equipment, any armors, any weapons that someone has left, or is it clean?
There are some racks on the outside with wooden swords and spears, practice equipment, but the equipment that you saw were the real deal.
These are not the weapon racks, Ping. Let's take a look anyway.
How about inside?
Let's take a look.
If you stay here, I'll quickly run across the practice yard. Okay.
Do so.
Can you make another stealth check?
Ooh, 20 plus 5!
Natural 20!
Oh,
Can we see the 20s in the chat?
Like a
20
shadow,
per
you
ping.
sprint across the exercise yard and you...
I cartwheel across.
you sure did.
Right? I can do that. I can do that.
They go to
You
backflip.
cartwheel across the exercise yard, and then you blend into the wall of the barracks underneath the window that is above your shoulder, and hear some conversation, muttered conversation from inside. And you hear the voice of Private Dron that accused you just a few hours ago with Herinold. of crimes. And he's bragging to his friend, I just spoke to Herinold and I think he's gonna come through with what he promised. So this might just be one of the last nights I spend in this shithole. And then a couple of them a couple of soldiers around him seem to protest, and the other ones are laughing and slapping him on the shoulders. You hear this, but you don't see anything. But it seems like there's quite a lot of people there.
I want to run back across the yard. Another one, or
I think that carries. Your 20 carries for a little longer. You cartwheel back.
I heard somebody talking. That man who was accusing us.
Yes.
He said he thinks that Herinold is going to come through with what he promised tonight. Wouldn't that be nothing good?
I have no idea. But it might have with the boy to do, because what I saw of the boy, it's from the Herinold's head. It's hard to explain, but I was in his head.
So we don't have much time.
Let's go back to the tavern, see what we can do there. Maybe if we get one of the soldiers really drunk.
Okay.
Okay. So you go towards the tavern. Let's just see what's happening on this side of the table. We have Danny and Ao going towards the fisheries in the shoreline.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're running to the shoreline and you hit the shoreline. You see the fisheries on both sides, north and south. Can you make a perception check, both of you?
Yes! 20 plus 1.
Did you roll a 20?
Yeah, it was a 20. It was a natural.
What's happening around the table?
That's why the shriek.
What happened to you, Al?
Rip headphones.
Oh, I've got so bad the whole day.
The vulture has returned.
I'm awake again.
That's a vulture.
9 over here. 9.
So you look to the south, and you see this dark-clothed figure darting from one fishery to the next.
Rasa?
Yes.
Rasa!
What do? You hear this sound. You see now also on the square that you know is called Golmoran Square, named after one of the big fishes that lives under the ice of the Frisvieg Bay, the Golmoran greenfin. But the Golmoran Square, there's that old man walking, and he's kind of clutching his heart a little bit. He's like, and looks around and sees you, and he's like, okay, and carries on shuffling across the square.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do?
Can I see any red, now that I'm doubling back south, north? Can I see any red houses? Or
You're
red
coming
fisheries?
towards the square, but you don't see any red fisheries yet.
Okay.
Al, what are you doing?
Raza.
Are they close to me now? Or are they still shouting?
I've come up.
Running while I shouted.
I've come up. I said, Raza, what have you discovered?
Well, nothing yet. It's a bust. She said it was red, but maybe she's sending us on a wild goose chase.
Did you mean the house was red or something
Not
else?
sure. She said it's red.
Do you think she meant blood? Or a building? Do you have any feeling?
I'm thinking a building. Like,
Yeah.
why would she speak in riddles?
Because she's a
Because-
child. Was it the child that said it? I didn't see.
Was it the mom or was it the child who
It was Liv.
lived? It was the child. It's red. It's red.
That could mean anything.
So you're at the southern corner of the Golmoran Square, hugging the shoreline. What do you want to do?
We think
You see the fisheries continue to the north.
We think
Is there
Penguins.
a possibility that Danny's book that she found earlier could be of any help to us in this moment?
You
Yeah,
can
but
try.
you don't know that I have it, and I don't want to
I don't know
show
about
it.
this book.
You don't. You can't try. You don't know it.
I don't know about this
And I
book.
haven't been
Which
alone
book
yet.
am I saying? The
And I
rock.
wasn't allowed to use
It's
the
the rock.
restroom in the house. So
The Cold Rock said book
yeah, that's what
before.
I wanted to go and check out the book, but then I wasn't allowed.
That's right. That's right. I don't know what the rock's talking about. Okay, so
Well, there's yeah.
Can I see any people still?
There's the old man on the square.
Can I talk to him?
You can.
I want to talk to him. Old man. Do you know?
Hello.
Weird. Do you know the Easterbrooks?
Indeed, I do.
Well, I'm looking for them. June's friend Liv sent me.
Okay. I don't know any June or Liv.
Well, June
No, wait a
is
minute. June. That rings a bell. June Easterbrook. Yes, I do know June
Yes,
Easterbrook.
this-
Sorry, my brain is not the same as it used to be once upon a time.
Oh, don't we all know that? But so can you tell me where they are? I've heard that the Easterbrooks own a fishery
Indeed, they do.
in the area. So I'm looking for it. Can you point me in the right direction?
Okay, and slowly, he raises a hand and points towards the north. That way.
Is there anything more you can give me on the information about, like, what should I look for? Any landmarks?
It's the only fishery that's red.
Okay, well, it's red. Pretty fair guess that it was a red fishery.
Well, we have to go there then.
Yes, thank you, old man.
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. May they all be pure. He bows his head in
Yes,
the customary.
yes, pure.
Come on, let's hurry.
Yeah. So we head north.
Okay, you head north. All right. So you head north along the shoreline, and indeed, 3 fisheries away, you see this fishery that is indeed painted with red colors.
I wanna eavesdrop a bit.
Okay, let's do another stealth check for you.
That's 9 plus 3 if you want stealth.
Okay. So you're going against the or going right next
and
to the house.
also,
Yeah.
there you go.
You're going next to the fishery, and you try and listen. You don't hear anything out of the ordinary. Perhaps some murmuring voices from inside, but no one seems to have noticed that you're there.
Am I by the door or?
You are at the shore side, so there's a ramp going from the ice inside the fishery, and the door to the fishery itself is closed, or more of a gate, and the windows have been shuttered.
I knock the door.
Okay. You hear some alarmed sounds from the inside, and then the door opens a crack again, and you see this woman's face, and she says, "We're closed. Thank you for coming."
I'm not looking to buy fish. I've heard of you, or well, my friend Liv, or well, your daughter's friend Liv, sent me to check it. She's worried about June.
How does Liv know? How do you know? No, sorry, we're closed. We're not talking to anyone.
But I spoke to Liv's family. She was out. Liv was out looking for June. She's very worried.
You can tell that June is fine.
Can I speak to June?
Are we in here as well, or are we outside?
Where are you?
I'm at the door.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 'cause you told us
I'm not
to-
inside yet.
So you're at the door. So you see this conversation happening at the door. What do you want to do?
Can you hear anything?
I don't know what she's saying, but It seems like she's not letting her in.
Should we go up?
Let's go.
Yeah.
We walk up.
So you walk up the ramp,
Oh man, she's not gonna like you.
and then
Pull the hood a little bit lower.
okay. So can you make a let's just see, a disguise check? There's something like that, right?
Yeah, stealth. Tell me this guy. Stealth.
Yeah, deception maybe.
Deception. Make it.
A 1?
So you pull your hood
Just go
across the forehead, but the hood gets stuck behind your ears, and you see these pointy ears kind of emphasized by this fact that they come out a little bit extra by the hood.
Damn it.
And you walk up the ramp, with pointy ears pointing violently to the sides, and the woman at the door sees you and in a panic starts trying to close the door.
Can I put something between in the door so that she can't close it?
What do you want to put in between the door?
Oh, I don't know. None of my weapons really.
While she's trying to do that, I mean no harm.
Okay, can I just very roughly hold against the door instead?
Okay, can you make an athletics check?
No, I don't want to. Oh, it's a 17 minus 1.
Okay. So as she starts closing the door, you push against it and you manage to actually open it. And then the woman backs away into the, no, don't take her. Don't take her. She's fine.
We're not gonna take her. I just want to ask her some questions. I promise. I'm not gonna do anything to harm anyone here.
And what is he doing here? He's one of them.
No, yeah, sure, sort of, but also no, he's not with them.
What do you mean, not with them?
Well, he wasn't a part of the actual attack. We just kind of found him on the ice.
You found him on the ice?
Oh, yeah, well, he wasn't, he was standing on the ice. I'm not actually sure how you got here.
Right.
But
I am no longer with them.
Yeah,
I am from them, but not with them.
Oh,
It's okay.
what do you want? Why are you here?
Ma'am,
Yes?
I represent the church
The church, which church?
of Ilal.
The Church of Ilal is full of hocus pocus and mumbo jumbo and talk about purity. That has
let's
nothing to do with the common people,
let's not get into
everyday life.
religion.
What do you want?
So we're,
We would love to speak with your daughter, please.
what happens here is that I think we're part of a prophecy. We need to find a child. We're not going to take the child, but I think that the child knows something about what's going on here in Frisvieg, and we want to figure it out.
Can you make a persuasion check?
That's 12 plus 1.
She's kind of overwhelmed by that information. Kind of takes back a prophecy. Well, what do you mean a prophecy?
How do you feel about the monks?
Well, how does anyone feel about the monks? The monks are here. We work with the monks. They make the blood of the mountain brandy, and we sell it, and they buy our fish, and the monks are the monks. They're always the monks. They're fine.
As they talk, I take this opportunity to go outside and take a look at my book.
Okay. Good. So you open the book and you start reading. What do you do?
So one of the monks today, when we met her, she had a vision of some sort, and you could tell she wasn't making it up. Her eyes were crazy and all.
How did she look like?
Her name was. Do I know her name?
Yes, Uma Helene.
Uma Helene.
Oh, the abbess.
Yes, the abbess.
She had a vision.
She had a vision.
Another vision.
Another vision? Does she have a lot of them?
So she's the abbess.
Okay, well, this vision spoke of a child and of a hand of 5 fingers. I think they mean people. So 5 people looking for a
what child?
I don't know what child. That's a child of summer, born out of spring. So my guess is the child's birthday is in a late spring, early
June.
summer. Maybe June. Could be June. Do you have more than I would like to speak to June.
Fine.
I promise you can be there when we talk to her. I promise.
But you're not taking her.
I'm not taking her, no.
And promise you will not talk to the militia.
I will never talk to the militia unless I can help it.
Or the imperial dogs.
Yeah, I don't like them either.
Fine. And she leads you into the fishery. And right at the back, she opens a door into a small room, and there's a small bed in there. The bed is surrounded by candles. And on the bed lies a small girl. Next to the bed, there's a man sitting with his head in his hands, while the girl is sometimes shivering on the bed, eyes looking straight up into the ceiling, and this weird gurgling sound is coming from her throat. And then at some point, she kind of snaps out of it and looks around and says, "Where am I? Where am I? Dad, Mom, where am I?" And then she starts shivering again and kind of having these spasms on the bed.
Is she affected by the invasion virus? Can we tell that? No?
She's not well, you can see.
Okay, she's not well.
Okay, so while you see that,
Shit, yeah.
what is happening here? Peng and Bjorn.
We were headed towards the inn.
Yeah, towards the
They
How
will
late is it
recognize.
right now?
Sorry.
It's getting closer to 4 in the afternoon, and the sun is pretty close to the horizon, so it's starting to get dark.
They will recognize us. We can't go in there.
Not like this. Maybe we don't even have to get in there. How well do you know Thorwald?
How well do I know Thorwald?
Thorwald. Thorwald is the name for the inn. Thorwald was decades ago a madman that lived in Frisvieg, and he heard voices through the ice, and he was wandering around the Bay of Frisvieg hearing these voices. So then one day he had this mad idea to create, to forge this huge drill, and he took it to the ice and drilled a hole into this really, really thick ice to hear the spirits or release the spirits from
Of course, I know of him.
You know the legend of Thorwald, and he was the one that then enabled the people of Frisvieg to discover the richness of fish at the Bay
How
of
well
Frisvieg.
do I know the rather large man with the dirty
Owner of the
apron?
inn, who is definitely not Thorwald.
He's definitely not Thorwald. Yes, Dilbert Bubbelpot.
Again, please.
Dilbert Bubbelpot.
Do I know of that person as well?
You do not know him, no. But yes, you have visited his establishment. He's a big. You collaborate, the monks and the inn, with the Blood of the Mountain brandy. So he buys a lot of it and sells a lot of it.
You wait here. And I go up to the front door.
Wait. They will recognize you too.
If I don't stand in the doorway, I'm gonna go up to the door, the front door, and do. Psst.
Okay.
Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Why do I have such a bad feeling about going to a tavern where the whole obsidian guard and the general sitting going like,
Maybe you shouldn't have.
So how do you stand at the doorway? How do you stand at the doorway?
No, I rather like lie down on the staircase so the only thing they can see.
So lying across the doorway.
The only thing they can see is the top of my head and one eye.
Okay. So you peek at the corner, kind of into the tavern. And you make that sound. And
Do I get his attention?
let's take a break, right?
Oh, the suspension! The suspension!
I love it.
Yes, so let's take 10 minutes.
Yes.
Let's see what happens then.
Psst.
Is heard at the darkening streets of the town of Frisvieg. You look inside the tavern after you made that inconspicuous sound. No one seems to be reacting.
Do I see Dilbert?
Dilbert is now talking to a group of soldiers, sort of to your right, in front of the big fireplace there at the common room of the tavern.
Sneak. Get in. Get in.
No, I'm too scared.
No, go in.
Can I find a small stone?
There are some pieces of there's some icicles that have fallen down from the ceiling of the building. So some of them have kind of broken down on your feet.
Dilbert's stomach.
Okay, you're trying to hit Dilbert with a piece of an icicle.
A very small one.
A very
Just to get attention.
Okay, so yeah, can you?
Have you left me already? I'm tired of...
Yes. So can you give me a roll? Yeah, just give me a roll over the d20, and I'll tell you if it hits or not.
Is it a natural one?
Yes!
It was nice knowing you. It was nice to have one friend.
Run while you can! I didn't say that. I did.
So how big was the piece of ice?
Very small.
Actually, probably wouldn't go far if you threw it.
Okay.
Melted before it got there.
Okay. So it's like a size of a large coin. All right. So you do that, and you aim at Dilbert's big belly, and you throw it. But it is ice, and it's a little bit slippery as you throw it, so it kind of moves a little bit in your hand, and the direction changes quite dramatically, and it hits one of the soldiers that Dilbert is serving in the head. Impressive throw if you meant it, but and the soldier is like, oh, looking around you, and then notices that small head at the doorway. Your eyes meet. What do you want to do?
I want to run.
Okay.
We need to go now. And I start running.
Okay.
I follow her. I don't
Okay. So the soldier shouts, "It's the half monk from yesterday. It's the half monk from yesterday." And you which way are you running?
Into the nearest alleyway.
You're going. Are you going?
North.
You're going north. Okay. All right. So you're running north towards the barracks.
Yes. That's where they will look lost.
True.
Okay. And there's this kind of commotion inside the inn. You start running towards the barracks, and you hear shouts, an alarm, and a roaring voice saying, "What? The half monk?" From inside, and that seems to be Herinold. And you keeping on running. Where are you going to? Where are you running to? To the barracks, or?
What else is there?
Is
Is there somewhere to hide?
First, from the Thorvaldsbjord Inn, there's the butchers. Then if you keep on running down the street, there's the exercise yard or the drill yard where the Imperial Guard practice. Then there's the barracks. Behind the barracks, there's the tannery. And then behind the barracks and the tannery, further to the northwest, there is the chapel of Ilal.
Do I know the butchers?
Yes.
Is it, can I see any light in there?
Yes.
I stop you, and I open the door. Can I open the door? Is
To the butchers?
Yeah, is it locked?
Okay,
I try
so
to open the door.
you ran to the butchers, and you open the door, and it is open.
So I go in there, and I signal.
I follow Peng.
Okay, so around the table, in the room adjacent to the doors as you see opened, you see a man slouched at the table, alone.
You need to help us. The guards are after us. We haven't done anything, but you need to hide us, please.
Can you make a persuasion check?
15 minus 1, 14.
Okay, it looks like you. Oh, it's you from yesterday. Those bastards coming to our town, making a mockery of our traditions.
Exactly, we haven't done anything.
Hiding there.
We're both innocent, as you can see.
And he stands up and closes the door. And he points at one of the smaller rooms in the back.
I go in there.
Me too.
Okay. And then a moment passes. You hear these armored footsteps kind of running towards the northwest, and they seem to pass. And you take a moment to breathe a sigh of relief. And then a knock is heard at the door. With this kind of ironclad fist seems to be thumping at the front door. Boom, boom, boom. We'll pause there. So, we are inside
We're with June, right?
So you're inside the room where June is shivering on the bed. The father looks up from his hands to apparently his daughter that is lucid for a while. And the mother points her hand towards the daughter and says, well, there's June.
Are you with me?
I am. I think Danny
I'm outside
she went
reading the
outside
book.
with the book, so it should be in you right now. And I want to say something, but I don't want to disturb because the Braug is speaking, and so I whisper, ask them how long she's been like that.
How long has she been feeling ill?
Since last night.
Since last night. Did it come at sort of the same time as the invasion?
Before.
Before. Did you have any other children?
A son.
A son. And where is he?
We don't know.
You don't know where? Like, did he disappear? Run away?
He didn't come back. June and Einar were playing in the forest before nightfall last night, and only June came back like this, and we searched and we searched for Einar, and June was sick, and she's going back and forth. Almost like the people on the streets just hours ago.
Does anybody know that June is sick?
We contacted the Tulip, but that was last night, and no one knows. We're here. We saw the soldiers rounding up the people that were turned, and whatever it's called, and then they took them. They took them into the tower. No one's talking. No one's taking my daughter to the tower. So we hid here instead.
Can I talk to June?
You can try that. Sometimes she hears, sometimes she's not herself. It switches all the time.
Okay, I'll sit next to her father, and I'll try to speak to her. So, June, can you hear me?
Who are you?
I'm a friend of Liv's.
Oh, Liv. I miss Liv. And then she goes into this spasm, and then her eyes look up at you, and she starts hissing between her teeth, and then she again shivers a little bit and comes back to, and you see June in front of you. What happened? What is happening to me? What is happening to me, Mom? Dad, what's happening?
We're trying to figure it out. We need to know what happened yesterday.
I was playing with Einar. I was in the forest. I was in the forest by myself, and
Where was Einar when this happened?
Einar, I don't know. I don't know where Einar was. I was by myself, and I heard horses. And I thought it was Father returning from some errands he had to do at the miners' camp, and then she starts spasming again, and her eyes roll back, and then she starts looking at you with this violence in her eyes again, and starts trying to kind of reach you and claw at you, and then in a blink of an eye, all is gone again, and she's back to her as herself. What did you say? What happened?
You were gone for a second, but so you thought Einar was gone yesterday, and then you heard horses.
I was in the forest. I was playing alone in the forest, and I saw horses, and I went to see if it was Dad coming from the miners' camp, and but it wasn't Dad. It was those
look
people.
like him?
Yes, it was those people. What?
The ears just...
But I hid behind a windthrow, a tree, and I looked, and there was many of them, but there was one that was wearing this white robe with there were purple stripes at the hems of the robe, and they were riding, and the white ghost was whispering to the others, telling them to do things, and then they saw me. And then she goes into this violent spasm again, and a moment passes where she's completely out of control of her own body and her senses. And then she comes back and said, "What's happening to me? What's happening? Can you make it stop? Make it stop."
We're trying our best to help you. We're looking for a cure to this, but what happened when they found you?
They spoke in a language I couldn't understand, and I don't know, whatever. I ran.
You ran?
I ran home. I ran straight home, but nothing happened.
Can you ask her the last time she saw her brother Island? Where were they?
When was the last time you saw Einar?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Mommy, I don't want to talk to these people anymore. I don't know. I don't know about Einar. Don't ask me about Einar.
Okay. She's not talking about. But my guess is they have him. Or he's off somewhere, at least.
I'm thinking maybe we go to the forest where she was last, after we leave here.
June,
Can you make some insight checks?
Yep.
Ow, also.
I hope you get a better one than me. 8 plus 4. So it's a 12.
Insight? 10 plus 1. 11.
Okay. You get a feeling that something's not right with her story.
Something's not right with her story. I can feel it. It's the stone. It's tingling.
Yeah, I can feel it too.
Yeah.
But
It's
the
extra
stone's just
cold.
I don't think we should push her much longer, but
No.
I don't know exactly how to proceed.
Something's definitely off.
Should
But
we call Danny? Maybe she could give us some insight as well. Should we bring her in?
yeah, call her in.
All right.
Yeah.
Danny!
So you hear this strange sound from the inside, and you hear your name while you're going through the book.
How much of the book have I gone through at this
Not
point?
very much.
And
A couple of pages.
what have I learned?
It's a fairy tale about a cleric.
Do I recognize it?
Yes, you've heard it before.
Is this something I need to know now then?
No.
No? Okay, well, I don't want them to see the book, so I quickly hide it and run in as if I was just out for air. What's going on?
So this little girl says she was out in the woods playing alone, but also with her brother.
Brother?
Yeah, she has a brother called Einar, and either she was out playing with him or she was playing alone when the invaders
Einar?
came. Yeah, Einar.
I remember that name from the book.
And yeah, well, they came and then they saw her and she saw this figure with a white robe, and he caught her, but she won't tell us what happened.
Figure as in an angel?
I'm not sure it was an angel. I think it was an elf, to be fair. But I mean,
So
if you
just
squint, maybe?
Possibly.
I mean, possibly that
She
if
said
you're dazed.
all white.
Yeah, it was all white.
So
Like, yeah.
she may have thought it was like an angel. Something like that. But
I saw an. Do you remember how I said I saw an angel when I was fighting?
Could it have been did he have purple hems?
yes,
On
I
his-
do.
Did I remember that? If it
You
had.
don't remember that, but you don't think it's completely impossible. You just saw this blurry white figure.
You were attacked, right? I think this guy. Yeah.
May I speak with her?
In this moment, do I recognize the white robe possibly being something from my land?
No.
No. Okay.
I want to speak with
Yeah.
her.
Come on here.
Yeah, I'll walk in.
She's
To the daughter.
Be careful. She's a little bit out of it at times.
She
So
starts
just-
spasming again on the bed, and then she changes and looks around again with this anger and violence, and then she turns back into herself and starts crying.
June, this is my friend Danny. He's here to help.
Hello,
How are
hello,
you
Danny.
feeling?
Can you help me? Can you take this away? I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm gonna do my very best, but I would love to know what you saw.
I already told
The
your friend
white.
what I saw. I didn't see anything. I didn't do anything.
I saw an angel yesterday. Is that what you saw?
You've seen an angel?
Yes. And I heard you saw something similar.
Well. What did this angel look like?
Just this white angel. I don't know how to describe it. It was
I saw someone who was wearing something white, but definitely not an angel. He was not an angel. He was bad. Bad.
Bad how? Why do you think it was bad?
He hurt. No, I just ran away. I ran away. I didn't do anything. I wasn't anywhere.
Where did you see this angel? June, it's okay. I'm here to help.
Mommy,
Are you entirely sure that what you saw was an angel? Maybe you saw him too, and it wasn't an angel. It was an invader.
I'm not quite sure what I saw.
Could I do like a wisdom or insight check to see if maybe what she's not trying to say is where we should be.
Make an insight check, yeah.
14, 15.
You clearly see that she doesn't want to talk about something.
And then I've talked to
Yeah.
Guys, I think she's scared. But she knows a lot more than what she's saying. I think we've gotten the most that we can out of her. The forest, where this all happened, where she saw this angel. I think we need to go.
But wait, I have an idea. And I'll take one of my rings off. It's a ring without a rock on it, just a clear gold-plated ring. And I'll just lean down and I'll get pretty close to June. And I'll tell her, this ring has protected me many times before. And we're looking for a cure for this thing. We're gonna take it all away. But while we do that, I want you to have this ring. But we also need to know exactly what you saw in the forest so that we can get the cure to you even quicker. And I'll be back for this ring when we do.
She looks at the ring and starts kind of reaching out for her, for it, and right before she manages to take it from you, another spasm attacks her, and she kind of retreats into the bed and starts behaving like someone else again for a while, and then comes back to, and then finally she grabs that ring and puts it around her finger. What does it do? What does it do? Does it help? Am I okay now?
It keeps bad people away so that nobody can hurt you again.
I was playing with Einar. I'm sorry, Mom. I was at the house. I was at the house where no one lives. I was at the house with Einar, and we were playing, and then the men with the horses came, and then the white person with the cloak, and they took Einar, and they chased after me, and then I'm sorry, I didn't want to. We shouldn't have gone. You told us not to go to the house where no one lives, but then this white person with the cloak, he looked at me. And there was this weird thing, and I felt all dizzy. And I started scratching and clawing, and I started scratching and clawing and biting and hitting and punching, and suddenly I was running, and I was running, and I was running, and I was running as fast as I could, and I left Einar. I left Einar.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I left Einar.
It's okay,
I'm
June.
sorry,
We're gonna
Mom.
find
I'm
Einar.
sorry, Dad. I left Einar behind.
Where no one
Definitely
lives.
want to pat
And
her
then starts
on the
spasming
head.
again.
Yeah.
And looks at you with violence. Ah!
Okay, I'm out.
She's slipping
comes
away.
back.
She's slipping away.
Yeah, but I think we can fix this.
Can you all make perception checks?
20.
Boom.
Plus 3, 25, 23.
Okay.
14 for me.
So Al, you see that she's clutching something in her hand.
Raza,
Yeah.
her left hand.
And it's not the ring.
No.
There's something in her left hand. Maybe you can go grab it. Danny, do you see
Yeah.
that? In her left hand, she's clutching something.
I'll reach out as if to hold her hand, as to like, and then just try to sneakily grab whatever she's holding. Like I don't want to be violent.
Okay. Make a dexterity check for me.
Any specific type of dexterity?
And just add a dexterity bonus to it.
That's an 8 plus 3.
Okay. So you slowly ease your hand on top of hers, and then you quickly turn it around and dig out whatever is in there.
Score. Yeah.
And you see this torn piece of fabric, white cloth, and it has a little bit of purple on the edges. As soon as you take the cloth away from her hand, the spasming starts again. And this one time is more violent than before. And then her eyes look at you, and she starts hissing And she starts rising up from the bed, and she starts screeching at everyone in the room with this terrible wailing sound. And before, when it has gone away, it seems not. This is a longer episode than ever before. And then she jumps at you, Raza. Can you make a dexterity save?
I sure hope so. 11 plus 5.
Okay, so you manage to step aside, and she jumps past you, clearly try to claw your eyes out. What do you want to do? The mum is starting to scream hysterically, and the dad is just stunned on the seat.
Is there like a bed sheet or something?
Yes.
So I'll grab that and like kind of toss over her with my body weight on top. Like not trying to crush her, but just to wrap her up in the sheets.
Okay. Can you make athletics check for me?
17 minus 1.
So you manage to wrap the sheets all over her, and you just hug her, you just hold her tightly. While this is happening, what are you doing, Danny and Al? And the mom is shrieking, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do to June?
I noticed what she grabbed from her hand, and I also noticed that this situation is getting out of hand. So I exit quickly outside. I think she has it covered. I'm going outside because I think we need to leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're holding June.
Sorry, you're doing good. It's time to go. It's time to go. We got better things to do. Enough.
Are you also leaving me?
No, I'm feeling very emotional, both Donnie and myself. How well is Rasa doing with this? Like, can I tell?
She's got it covered.
She's got it covered.
She's holding pretty well.
I'm just watching her.
Okay, well.
No,
So I'll turn to the mother.
yeah.
Not in a way as in just like not bothered, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do.
Still holding her, turning to the mother. Struggling. She's getting worse. And we need to leave to find the cure. I promise I'll come back and help her, but this is very important. I would give her some mittens or something so that she can't claw your eyes out. That's just...
The father is still stunned in that chair. He's just completely frozen. While the mum comes in and grabs June from you. Give her to me. Get out. Get out. She starts screaming.
Can I grab Rasa? Let's go.
Yeah, we're...
Raza, let's go. We're done here.
Okay, so you leave the thing.
Yeah.
Leave the fishery. Who has the piece of cloth? Okay, you got the. What do you do with it? You put it in the safe place. All right, let's go back into Peng and Bjorn at the butcher's.
The room that we're in. What is there?
Hey, it's a small bedroom. It's not very clean place.
Is there anything to hide in or under? Is there a window to climb?
There is a bed and there's a window, and there's a simple cupboard, but very sparse furniture. You hear footsteps approaching the door, and the butcher is going to the door, and he says in a mild voice, well, good evening. And the stern voice from the outside, we're looking for the half-monk. And the butcher says, the half-monk? Yes, the half-monk. Have you seen him? And the butcher says, no one's, why would I have a half-monk in my house? And the soldier was, we're gonna come in and search the place. And the butcher says, sure, I've got nothing to hide. And the soldier steps in, and then the soldier's companion shouts from the door, we're just wasting our time. I'm sure they ran forwards to the north to leave the city. And then the other soldier says, fine. And then they leave and run. And you hear the door closing and the footsteps coming towards that little room where you're hiding in, and the door opens slowly and the butcher is standing here and says, all clear.
Thank you.
Is there anything we can do? Thank you.
You've done enough already. What you did at that stage, well, you stuck it to Herinold's face. That us Frieslanders, we don't bow to luminaries and people with fancy clothes. What you did there, you brought pride back to our town. I knew, and he's looking at you. I knew we got it wrong with you. I know we were wrong. I apologize. You're a Frieslander, just like us.
I am?
Yes. I'm sorry
For
talking about you.
For Frisvieg. I try to take his hand. Like, give
Okay,
my hand.
and you shake it.
What a beautiful moment.
Wow, I get really shook for real. Björn starts crying. There's actually tears coming down his cheeks. I will wear the title of a real Frieslander with pride.
The butcher clear his throat. It's like, it's a lovely night tonight.
We should not overstay our welcome. Let's leave, Peng.
You may stay as long as you please, but yes, it's been very lovely, and it tries to avoid looking at you.
Maybe there's something more you can do. I don't want to ask for more, but I cannot tell you why, but we're looking for a boy who has been probably kidnapped. I don't know exactly where, but it's somewhere in the outskirts of Frisvieg. It's a boy, and he's somewhere where there's a wreck with sharp iron weapons or steel weapons, big maps. I don't have anything more. Could you possibly? Our search led us here.
I don't know the forests that well. I hear there are houses in the outskirts to the north, but you gotta give me more than that. I can't say anything based on that description. I'm sorry.
Somewhere lonely.
There's many.
Where could no one hear the screams of the child?
It could be one of the lumber mills, or you were not the only one who prefers their own company to.
We need to find him today, or something terrible is happening to Frisvieg.
There's a bed as well. You wouldn't hold a bed in a lumber mill, would you?
There is a house. There was this farmer. The stories say there were stories about you as well, and I believed those stories. But now I'm not so sure about stories anymore. But there was this house. If you follow if you follow the road to the northwest, people say that the house is haunted, but yeah, I wouldn't put much credit
Sounds
to those
like
stories.
that could be the house we're
We're
looking
going
for.
now. We're leaving now. Do I know of the house from before? Do I know of the... Can I understand the direction from my knowledge of Frisvieg from earlier?
He's giving you some detailed instructions how to find the house approximately.
I take out one of the candles that I borrowed or stole from your mother, and I say, if you ever need help, and if we walk past, light this candle and put it in the window.
Okay. Much obliged. That's a fine candle. Thank you.
You have protected us, and if you ever end up in danger, we'll
Okay.
do what we can.
I mean, no, I'm happy to help, but and he glances at the butcher's axe on the wall. I mean, I can take care of myself as well, but I'm sure sometimes, I mean, you never know these days anymore. What happened last night is, you never know.
We need to run. We don't have much time. Thank you so much
Thank you. Peng, let's
for
run
saving our life.
now.
Okay.
We start running towards the haunted house.
Do we need to pass the barracks again?
Yes, you see a lot of torches towards the barracks, and you see a lot of torches to the road to the northwest.
Is there another way?
They're ahead of you now on the road towards the direction where you're needing to go.
Let's run behind them and stick to the shadows.
Okay, let's make some stealth checks.
I always tend to roll a 1 on this.
7 plus 5.
19 plus 3.
Okay. Since there's a lot of armor clattering and soldiers swearing and bright torchlight in their eyes and faces, that is very not smart when you're searching for someone in the dark woods. They don't see you as you start walking behind them. Careful not to get too close. Okay, let's move back. We're now outside the fishery.
Yes, we are. Did you grab the cloth?
Yeah, I found it. And I'll show the cloth. Does this look familiar to you? Or you?
Does it?
Does it look familiar?
It's white. It has a little bit purple on it. It's very finely made. It's
Feels like it's good quality.
yeah.
Grab it to feel it. I just. Okay.
You're very possessive right now. It's my cloth. Okay. Danny, do you think this could be the same thing that you had seen before you passed out?
No idea. May I?
You can feel it.
Yeah, it has the silk quality to it.
Do
but
I
it's not
think it
quite the
does?
same.
Or do I think it's the same?
You have no idea. You just
Yeah.
saw someone from a distance wearing white.
Put it away again. That's enough for you.
Should I do a perception check or some type of to see if
What do you want to know?
I want to know if I have any knowledge of this at all?
Yeah, you can make a history check.
History. 19 minus 1, 18.
Okay. You are pretty sure that there's nothing in the Braug history that relates to this kind of fabric.
Okay.
But she did get worse as soon as I took it.
But I'm pretty certain.
Yeah, you're certain that there's no mention of such fabric in the lore and histories of the Braug.
No, but I don't know this material.
Her condition might have nothing to do with the fabric just as you took it.
Maybe it's just a coincidence. But she said that she had been in the house where no one lives. We need to find that.
Does that ring a bell to any one
Yeah,
of you? House. No
Maybe
one
we
there.
could ask the old man again.
I
He
found-
seemed a little bit out of it, but maybe he knows.
I found something
No. Yeah.
earlier. June spoke of her brother, Einar. I pull out the book because I no longer feel that this is just for me to hold. Check here. And I show the name Einar on the book.
Einar.
A children's book?
I found this in the house where we were earlier.
Yeah, but does it say anything? Have you read it?
Well, I haven't had the time to properly do that yet. I open it and have another look.
Okay, so you kind of flip through the pages. And initially, it just has drawings of Dora the cleric and her adventures together with her Wanish fighting monsters and hunting evil magic users. And the closer you get to the end, you start noticing these scribbles there that someone, perhaps Einar, has made. And then the further you get into the back, at the back cover, there you see this little map drawn. And it looks like a blade of an axe pointing downwards. And then it has roads. And one of the roads leads to the northwest. And then there's a little dot that says Dora's Castle.
Is this map of Frisvieg?
Yes.
Do I notice that? Like, do I understand what
Yeah,
this map's... Yeah. Look at this.
Dora's castle.
This is Frisvieg. Obviously,
Yeah.
there's something here.
Do you
Yeah.
know? Do you
This
know
is-
where that is?
Yes, I know it. Do I know what that is?
Yeah, it's on,
'Cause it's Frisvik.
by the side of the road that leads northwest from the...
Do I know what's there? Or I just know...
You don't know
how
what's
to get
there, but you just notice that there's something there that has been marked on the map.
I mean,
It's the
can't
best
That's
hurt,
Dora's
Dogs.
Castle.
can't hurt to check it out, I say.
Maybe this is the house where no one lives. I think we should go.
Yes. Yes, let's go.
Yeah, we'll head that way.
Okay, well, I start... Do I need to actually read the book, or do I just know where it is?
You know the road. It's going right past your chapel.
Oh, okay. I just close it and put the book back and walk really fast. Keep up, guys.
Yeah, well,
Okay, so
go on.
you are now entering the town square. You came from the Bob House district, the Fisher district, and you're taking the road that's leading northwest. Let's go back to Peng and Bjorn. You're following the torches that move into the distance ahead of you, and you pass where the chapel of Ilal used to be, and you noticed instead of that little building that used to be there before, it is a burnt ruin right now. And the soldiers ahead of you are moving into the distance. What do you want to do?
Keep on.
Yes.
So you carry on walking. Ahead of you, the lights stop. There's some murmurings and cursings and some laughter as well. And then you see that the lights start coming back towards you. And there's about five obsidian guards on foot coming towards you on the road. They haven't noticed you
Can
yet.
we hide in the ruins of the
You can.
the chapel?
Haven't we passed them already?
You passed it already, but you can double back, or you can. There's on your left side, you see the shoreline dropping a little kind of steeply now into the Bay of Frisvieg. The terrain starts kind of rising up, so the shore isn't so even. The ice isn't so even with the ground anymore. So there's a little bit of a drop from the road to the actual ice. And on the other side, there's trees and forest and snowbanks.
Let's just run there. Let's get into the forest and still keep on running. Towards the house, the mansion.
Okay.
Okay, good. Let's make some stealth checks again.
13 total.
20 total.
Okay. So you get into the forest, and you said you were running, or?
Yes, but in a sneaky way. I mean, we're not like rushing, but
Yeah,
kind of, we're running,
Okay. Okay.
but not carelessly.
Yes. So you're aiming towards.
The mansion. Or the farmer.
Okay. So your directions was to carry on the road until there was a smaller road that turned more towards north, but now you're kind of cutting across from the road to that little path. Okay, so in the road, and you're running, and as far as you're aware, none of the soldiers are following you. And you carry on through the snowy forest, and then you land on that path that the butcher said that is leading to the haunted house.
I say, let's stay on the side of the road.
Yes, but let's move swiftly. If something happens tonight, we should go there as fast
Yeah.
as we can.
So it's getting darker and darker now, so it's about 5 o'clock, and the sun has set below the horizon. You see that soft glow over the trees, but the light is pretty much gone. It is dark. Because of the snow in the ground, you still see where you're going and easily make out the skeletons of trees in front of you. And the path is pretty easy to make out as well. So slowly you get into this clearing area in the forest where you see it's not necessarily a hut, it's kind of more of a cottage. It's a little bit bigger. There's 2 big boulders on each side. It makes you think of a turtle for some reason. You have the kind of turtle legs on the other side, and then we have this kind of gaping hole where the turtle's head would sort of come out. The door into the cottage seems to be quite big. The doors are closed at the moment. There's a couple of windows on both sides of the door. And yes.
Do you recognize anything?
Do I?
You haven't been here before, no?
I haven't been here before. I don't know if it's from my
I mean
mission.
from-
Let's just keep on walking. This is the only lead we have. It doesn't matter. Be there a weapon rack or not, be there a map. If we can find a boy and if he's alive,
I walk up to one of the windows. I don't dare knock on the door.
I'll tag along.
Okay. So you walk up to one of the windows. You look inside? Mm-hmm. Okay. You see some flickering lights inside. And as you peer through the window, you don't see any movement inside. Also, you notice that the window is slightly ajar. So it can be opened, apparently.
Do we hear anything?
No, apart from the wind that is picking up in the forest.
I open the window and I say, help me up. I'm going to go in and look.
Can you make another stealth check for me as you open the window?
Both of us are just paying.
Just
I am
paying.
excited.
16 plus 5.
Okay. So as you open the window, you hear this little squeak, but you heard it in time not to make it fully creak, if you will. And you make your movement a lot slower, and you put some weight on the window to pull it down a little bit, and in that way you manage to open the window enough so you can crawl inside without making a huge sound. So now the window is open and it is wide enough for you to jump in.
Help me.
I'm helping. I'm lifting up Peng. I'm actually not even giving the hands like this. I'm just like lifting her like this and putting her in the window.
Okay. On the windowsill or
I now sit
inside?
on the windowsill.
On the inside. I'm just
Okay.
like all the way inside. I'm just like
Thank you.
as careful as I can, putting her down on the floor.
Okay. So now you're inside. You look around in the room and you see this fireplace, and there is some glowing embers in the fireplace. Also, you have a big table in the middle of the room, and then on the far right you have this rack along the wall with weapons, swords, and spears. On the table you see a big map.
I still hear nothing.
Hey,
You hear nothing.
you see something?
There's a map on a table.
Open the door, let me in.
Go to the door.
Okay, can you make... Yeah, what do you do at the door?
I want to open it.
Scream.
Just stay there.
I try to open it.
Okay, can you make a perception check?
There it is. 17.
Okay, 17. Right before you're about to open the door, you see this thread going from the top of the corner of the door into the main frame of the door through a loop, and then it disappears somewhere into the ceiling. What do you want to do?
Is it a thick door?
Yes, it's quite sturdy door, but it seems to be rigged somehow.
Go back to the window and I say, it's a trap. You can't come in. It's a trap.
But let me climb the window as well.
No, wait there.
Yes. Is this the place?
Let me scout the house first. I'll come back. If I'm not back in 30 seconds, then come in. And quickly, but quietly, I scout the room.
Okay. Well, can you...
I let her.
Thank you.
You allow it.
I allow it.
I will allow it this time.
Little ones.
Can you make a perception check, Kim?
9 plus 2, 11.
Okay. So you look around the room, you see on the table there's a map of Frisvieg. There's some arrows pointing from all kinds of directions, from the bay, also from the northwest. There's some places where the arrows begin in the middle of the town. There's some symbols and markings on the map. Clearly, it's been used to make some kind of a plan. You look around the room more, and your eyes are drawn to the fireplace. And amongst the embers, you see some papers. Some of them are burnt. Some of them are torn a little bit.
Do I see a bed?
No bed here. Yes, some of those papers haven't been burnt fully. Some of them are in pieces. And then you see a staircase going down at the back of the room.
I quickly pick up the pieces of paper from the fire. Tend to them so they're not glowing. Put them on the table as well. And then I go back to the window. And I bring a chair. Is there a chair I can bring?
Yes.
I bring a chair and I put it under the window.
Okay.
So I can't find the boy, but there seems to be no more traps. There's a chair under the window. Come in.
Do you think I need a chair, Peng? And thank you. I climbed in the window. I climbed through the window while muttering to myself about as if I would need a chair.
Okay.
My size has nothing to do with my swiftness. You see, I've been hunting in the woods for years
arguing
myself.
with me and come with
even the
me
deer
to the
doesn't notice me.
table.
Okay. So you very delicately move through the window, make a point stepping on the chair, and then onto the floor, and you stand there in the room looking around.
Come, look at this.
Wait. This is it. This is the room. This is from the vision.
It is?
Yes, it's the. I'm pretty sure.
You need to see the map.
Okay, I'm taking a look at the map.
Okay.
Can we see anything on the pieces of paper?
Yes.
What can we see?
So one of the pieces of paper has a date, and it's dated 3 days before. Another piece of the paper writes Operation Sunrise Suck, and then the rest of the text has been burnt, as you see.
Have I noticed the stairs?
Yes.
Okay.
Then another piece of paper, you see a signature that starts with an H, and you think you could say Herinold.
Oh, of course.
Seems to be some sort of...
Another piece of paper has a little bit of text that says, distilleries destroyed.
I think this can be much bigger than we realized. Herinold is maybe working for powers we don't even understand as well. Did you check those stairs?
Not yet. I didn't
Let's go
dare.
now.
We
Okay.
moved down the stairs.
Okay.
I'm not the first one.
So you go first.
I think this time, yes. What do you say?
Yeah, I don't take initiative. So if you do it, then...
How do you do it?
Decisive steps, but slow.
Are you trying to?
Trying to not be too loud.
Okay. Let's make some stealth checks as well.
I'm just waiting for that one to come back. Oh, 16 plus 3.
4 plus 5, 9.
Okay.
Do you need a chair?
Okay.
No,
So
but before we go down, I do take one of the candles and I lit it in the fireplace.
Okay.
And I give it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Anyway, so
I need
Someone
to
wrote-
use the things I stole.
Mickey wrote in the chat, Peng is getting tired of this shit. Okay.
So you start carefully stepping to the edges of the stairs so the middles don't creak, and you go lower and lower one step at a time. You reach the door of what seems to be the basement, and the door is closed. Right as you, what do you want to do at the door?
I try to gently open it.
Okay, so right as you put your hand on the handle and start opening it, behind you, you hear this, and you look behind you, and Peng is there, put one step on the first stair, and you look behind you, and your eyes meet.
I say, stop! The other door was rigged. Let's look for traps first.
And then we'll see what's happening with these guys here.
I was participating there for a second.
Okay.
Where are we at?
So you're at the town square.
Oh yeah, I'm leading the way. That's what we're doing. Okay.
So you're walking on the road. You're passing the butchers and the barracks of the Imperial Guard, and then you get to your chapel, and you see your chapel has been burned to the ground.
Oh, damn.
Did you say?
No, it's just nothing.
Chapel.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dan.
Can you make a perception check?
Two.
Okay.
You.
So it's a piece of.
Wait. +1.
Okay.
I'm glad I waited
You
for
see the smoldering.
Oh, I tried. I couldn't see which one was what.
You see the smoldering piece of rubble where your chapel used to be. You see torches in the distance coming your way on the road heading northwest from Frisvieg.
Is there anything left on my chapel?
No. There's
nothing we can
stones,
do.
planks, rubble. It's pretty destroyed.
Do I notice the torches?
Yes.
There's really nothing we can do. I get it. It's very hard on you to see this, but we have to move. There are people coming.
Danny, we need to hurry. Not safe.
Okay, so the torches are coming closer on the road. What do you want to do?
Let's go.
Maybe we should hide. What do you think?
I'm thinking we should try to avoid these torches for the
Yeah.
moment. Yeah. Is there somewhere we can hide? I'm observing.
Yeah, you can hide behind the ruins of the chapel.
Okay.
And you're quite far from the road, and you hide there and wait for the torches to pass. You see 5 soldiers kind of cursing and laughing,
Do we
and
hear
they're
what
walking
they're
towards
saying?
the town square.
Do you hear what they're saying and laughing about?
Soldier talk.
Okay.
This bloody cold. Take us down to the capital again. I can't stand this shit anymore. And they're now past.
And they're coming the direction that we need to go in.
Yeah.
All right.
So now that road seems to be dark.
Let's go. They've moved on.
But not for you.
No, can I use my...
You have a vision. Yeah, you see kind of everything clearly by in sort of black and white.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to use that skill to navigate us forward.
So you follow the road according to the map, and you find that little bit of an intersection where the path goes from that main road into the deeper forest towards Dora's castle.
Do we need to check the map again?
It's pretty simple map. It seems like there's a... So you're following the map, and then you find yourself at this cottage.
Do we recognize
Quite
it?
large. No, you don't recognize it. It looks abandoned. One of the windows is slightly open. There's a lot of light flickering from the inside, and there's 2 big boulders on both sides of the house. What do you want to do?
Wait. Shh. There's movement. There's something going on in this house here. I think we should get a bit closer, but quietly.
Jump in and check.
Definitely not. I don't know what's inside, and I want to make sure before we do anything. Can I do a perception check?
What do you want to look for?
Movement, any activity.
Okay.
Yeah, just to make
Can
sure
you
it's safe.
can you make a perception check?
For 11.
11. Okay. So here you see that light flickering inside the house, and then you hear this sound from inside.
Someone's in there. I kind of duck down because I'm by the window. I duck. I tell them to duck. Duck.
We duck. Or I duck.
I duck. But I also,
Well, ducking.
I'll jump in the window and I'll call you if I need help.
There's someone in there.
Yeah, but I can avoid them.
Okay then.
Don't trip on the chair.
Does anybody have a chair for me?
Okay, so what do you want to do,
I
Raza?
I walk up to the window and then I jump in. I don't know.
Okay.
Swan dive.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. How do you want to do it?
I want to jump up and can I? How high is it?
It's an average window height.
Because I want to jump up and grab like the upper part of the windowsill.
Yeah.
And then just kind of swing in and land very lightly on my feet.
Okay, can you make an acrobatics check?
It's a 3 plus 5.
Wow.
At least you have +5.
Okay, so you grab the window frame and you start swinging yourself inside, but the window frame gives in, and you fall down. And your back kind of lands in the middle of the window frame, and there's this massive ruckus that's happening as you land on that frame and swear. What do you say?
Raza. Jesus.
Well, can we please get the one-liners in the chat again about the heroes? Can we read about the mysterious
So what are you-
acrobat?
Well, it's an haunted house. I'm sorry.
What is your curse when you land on that window frame?
No, it's on me and it's like, help.
Well, I kind of run and pushes her in because it looks like she's gonna fall out.
Okay, so you push her in, and she lands on this chair that has been left right inside the window.
I told you it was a good idea.
And there's even more clatter coming and lots of pain. And I think you deserve 1 point of damage from that one.
Oh, damn.
As you stepped on that first step and it made a loud creak, suddenly here's some clattering behind you, lots of noise, and someone saying, help. Your hand was on the door handle, and you managed to open it a little bit, and a very familiar smell, or strangely familiar smell, comes through the crack in the door.
What's up with my smell today?
What kind of...
Or is that what you...
Cinnamon rolls.
Oh, never mind. Just got too many.
What do you want to do?
I signal to you. Blow out the candle I gave you.
I'm blowing out the candle.
Okay.
Do I recognize the voice that said, help?
I think that deserves a perception check, since it is quite muffled by the pain and awkwardness.
Well, 18 plus 2.
Yes, you notice that it is a voice that you recognize. It's Raza.
I react quickly. Is Peng upstairs or is she down with me?
Her foot was on the first step down the staircase.
Damn it. I just hold the door where it is. And I signal to Peng to get down to me quickly.
I used the sound of you falling to get down on my knees, hands and knees. But then it went quiet, so I couldn't move any further. But I'm like a couple of more steps down, but I can still see what's going on upstairs.
Okay. Can you make a perception check?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a 19 plus 4.
Okay, you see this figure's head pointing up from above the staircase.
Your head today.
and looks strangely familiar.
Yes, I get up, brushing off.
Okay, ow. Danny, what do you do?
Raza, are you okay?
I'm good. Just give me a second.
What do you see? Do you see anything?
A head.
What kind of head? Is it dead?
Looks oddly... Can I tell who it is?
Yeah, you can if you want.
It looks oddly a lot like a half-monk.
You
Half monk.
kidding? I jump in.
Peng, you idiots.
Oh,
So in your chainmail, you jump in and it makes quite a big noise. What do you want to do, Al?
Raza, open the door. Let me in.
I stand up. Don't open the door, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Well. Who do we have here?
Quite a loud noise. What do you want to do, Bjorn?
I open the door and I go into that room.
You open the door. Right straight ahead of you, you have a boy sitting on a bed, chained to or handcuffed even. Well, I guess they didn't have handcuffs, but chained into a bed, looking like he has been crying. There's this dried tears in his cheeks. And then you look to your right and see your mother with a tray of cinnamon rolls. And she sees you, and she drops the tray of cinnamon rolls to the ground. And this is where we end for today.
Okay. Before we end, did you say your mother as in your mother or a mother? His mother. His mother.
Watch the stream. It's on YouTube.
Oh, I hate you. Do you know how many times I've tried to...
Can I just please quote something? So we're gonna make movies of some of those moments. Can we please make a movie out of this thing? and then I would like to voice over, and I would like to do this. Raza Divrin, a mysterious acrobat sent from the frontier to find answers. And then we can just see the...
It was a good start. You can't be perfect all the time.
It was a good effort.
It was a rotted house, okay? It's not my
Just
bad.
It was very filmic moment.
Yeah.
Very cinematic, indeed.
I'm just being cocky because I keep on doing that all the time. And
Next
for the first
trailer.
time I could sneak.
Yeah, this is gonna...
We have two.
I'm hoping that the next trailer will feature Raza failing miserably on trying to...
Yes, some movie
Flex
magic
her
coming
skills.
up on that front.
Not the cinnamon rolls. He's running in the chat.
Well, the 5-second rule will still be
Will
updated.
they still be edible or not?
Exactly.
Yes,
5-second
depending
rule.
on if you die for them.
Initiative.
Will the 5-second rule work in this universe, or is it too dirty? Do we need to...
10 seconds?
All that and more will be revealed on the 14th of June.
I mean, if you're hungry enough, you don't even care about the 5-second
So
rule.
you're saying that now we have to wait for 2 weeks before we can see how this unfolds?
Yeah,
That's what
I'm
he's saying.
terribly
that's
sorry.
basically what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
And in the meanwhile,
Sadistic.
we want to see everyone's theories in the chat.
Yeah?
Yes, would
Yeah.
be exciting to know.
We want to see in Discord how you think, who is the mother in there and why did she bake cinnamon rolls?
Why did
Who is
she
the
drop
crying
them?
boy? Will Raza get her back?
He wants to get her back.
Yeah. And what was in the letter from Herinold?
Exactly.
Right. And why is the boy chained? Right? Why is he
But we
chained?
Why is he chained
we can
and
comfort
getting
the
cinnamon
viewers that's saying if they need more natural pengu in their lives,
Yeah.
there will still be a stream next week, right?
Yes.
We're aiming to air the first Starfinder, a totally different story, different universe.
Yes, the question is, do they have cinnamon rolls in space?
Will we find out that first episode?
We have to see.
Perhaps.
I want to say a big, huge thank you to NoctuaMik,
Absolutely.
who has been chatting away like on fire the whole stream, being helpful to people, making sure that you can understand what we're doing and why.
Thank you so much.
Also, last minute fixing things, breaking down like the giveaway not working and such things. I'm just gonna give the amazing NoctuaMik a shout out in the chat again.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We all adore you, Mickey. You do a great job.
Yes, thank
Go check
you.
her stream out. She's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So then on the 14th, that is the day I'm all frazzled in my brain again after an adventure. So let me just double check that on my calendar. Yes, 14th, Monday the 14th, we will be back to find out what happened to those cinnamon rolls. And 15th, we will continue what is left of those cinnamon rolls. But also Wednesday the 9th, our aim is to start our Starfinder campaign. So if you want some sci-fi goodness and space cinnamon rolls, tune in.
You're on fire.
Will there
right now.
be any aliens with tentacles?
Is that you?
Who's asking?
I'm asking for a friend.
And why?
I'm asking for a friend.
Yes, there will be plenty of tentacles and there will be plenty of aliens. Whether these are actually ever combined, you will just have to come and find out.
Exciting.
Okay, so do we have anything else before we tune out?
We are going to raid again today.
Yes, let's
yes.
raid.
And I have a fellow D&D streamer
Oh, brilliant.
Ooh, nice.
called L2S Entertainment. He is a real sweetheart and all about the storytelling. And he's creating worlds together with his viewers. So he's in a world builder and he sits there and makes things up about the world with the help from his viewers.
That's incredible.
That sounds amazing.
What was it called?
Really
L2?
L2S Entertainment. We're gonna get over it. All of us
L2S
in
Entertainment.
just a little second. We're rating. Are we ready to rate?
Are we ready to raid?
Yes.
Can I see some? What should we spam? What should everyone write when we get in there?
Yeah.
Greetings from Frisvieg.
A natural.
Are there cinnamon buns? just go something about cinnamon rolls. We want to see all the cinnamon rolls in the comments.
Yes.
Cinnamon roll.
Or the help from Rosalind. Okay, let's go raid.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much. You're amazing.
Bye.
Which one? Oh, that one.
I don't even know. I'm just framing.
Cinnamon buns. Yes.
Did we raid?
We did raid. Now we're gonna listen to what happened.